Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table. Hope everybody's having a great week. 4th of July week. We had either people setting off fireworks and having a good time or babysitting terrified animals. And I found myself in the latter of those two categories. How was y'all's 4th?
It's fine.
Uneventful.
Yeah?
Uneventful.
Pool hangout, got a little sun.
You got to go to a pool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Got a little toasty, but I'm okay.
You get burned?
A little bit. Just a little.
Toasty.
Yeah.
I do need to address something in the chat. We do not have 5 cats in our house. We do not have 5 cats in our house. It's not happening. It's not the total. We only have 2 cats, and then there's some strays outside.
That sounds like something someone with 5 cats would say.
Sounds like the strays may be in the house and they're yours now.
Better not.
Congratulations. You're a bother.
It better not be.
My husband grilled steaks for me,
Pipe.
so that was nice.
Oh, very
Yeah, I
nice.
had that.
What a nice hubby. Yeah, I did. I actually grilled some steaks too.
Wow. Huh.
That was funny.
That's a coincidence.
Did sauteed some mushrooms. Did some fries.
Sounds delicious.
You put some onions on it?
I didn't put onions in it, but I
I'll
fired
forgive
up
you
the cast iron, got everything going in there. It was fire. It was good. And we watched the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla X Kong or whatever. Enjoyable. Popcorn flick. Go in looking for that big monster fights. It was fine.
So is that the Godzilla S series, or is that the X series 1X Godzilla -1?
Pro Max.
The Pro Max, the Xbox S1 Pro Max Godzilla. God, what was Microsoft thinking? Anyways, had a pretty good 4th. The amount of fireworks that popped off in our neighborhood really makes me feel like the economy's doing fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expendable income to use on explosives right
Buy
now,
one,
apparently.
get 50.
Yeah, unless there's... I haven't bought fireworks in a long time, so I don't know what kind of deals are going on out there, but they're apparently fantastic.
This is not the channel for the beat on the firework deals.
Yeah, we don't have it.
I have a neighbor who didn't engage in it this year, but he does have a cannon that he will occasionally fire off. And it kind of sets the
Like
whole...
a
Excuse
Civil
me?
War cannon?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's just kind of boom, and you look over the hill,
Yeah,
and
but
there's
it's a thing
smoke
that,
that drifts out.
Like the thing he puts in it and like
Probably.
down.
I don't know. It goes off like a bomb. It's pretty intense. So.
Wait, how can you...
That sounds
I think it's a blank. It's
That-
he's
that
obviously
sounds
not-
like it shouldn't be legal.
He's not firing like bowling balls across.
What's his first and last name?
Not gonna get that from me.
Maybe you can get him to fire people out of it, like at the circus.
Oh, that's true. I bet he would do it.
Then we can
He
go
makes a ruckus. that's
into
for
the
sure.
pool from the cannon. Cannonball, literally.
There you go.
You know, I heard his first name is Ike Me.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It wasn't a great joke.
No, it's
it's
okay.
all right.
Took me a second.
Oh my god. Let's see. Not really a whole lot of announcements to go through here before we get started, but just did want to throw out a reminder that Covington Comic-Con is coming up. That's Friday and Saturday, August 23rd and 24th. Your boy Mike will be there in person. We may or may not be. I don't know yet. But if anybody is looking to have a good Comic-Con experience, go check it out. We went last year, and it was great. We had a great time. We met one of the dudes from The Walking Dead.
Yep.
He was really nice.
And a guy who does the more recent voices for Scooby-Doo will be there this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, like Scooby-Doo or Velma on HBO?
I'm assuming Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
And Shaggy, I believe.
Yikes. I used to
And-
get called Shaggy all the time in high school. I had the hair,
It might
though.
fit.
I had the hair, though.
And this gentleman named Nodelman who did Doug, the artist from Doug.
Doug? The
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the artist and the originator for it. He's a friend with my wife's cousin who kind of runs or has propagated the thing.
Dang.
That's neat.
He's a good guy.
Will there be a cannon?
Undecided. You'll have to come and find out.
Oh,
There we go.
It's a mystery. It's Schrodinger's cannon. It's there and not there unless you go see for yourself. No, there was some really good cosplay and stuff there last time too, though. Like I was really impressed.
They'll have an excellent photographer who will be back again, who takes pictures of everybody, who competes with the cosplay contests.
Yeah.
And I think you can purchase those photos from them, and they go up on the website afterwards, and they're very well done. It has a smoke machine, and all looks very, very.
Are you gonna have print machines there, like doing stuff?
I might.
As it goes, yeah.
I might take the smaller one just because it's easier to deal with.
Yeah.
The big one is like 60 pounds.
Do you do commissions on site sometimes?
I could. Most of these prints take longer than you would just come to a con to grab. I mean, this guy is probably like 12 hours.
Oh.
Especially if you wanted to come out looking halfway decent. You could speed it up a lot, but then you start
I gotcha.
looking kind of
Sacrificing
funky.
that quality.
Yeah.
What about a panel? What about you? Are you going to do like a panel?
Oh,
3D panel?
I have not been invited to, so I doubt it.
What do we need to
Somebody invite him.
Who do we need to
He
talk
deserves to be up there. No, and like there was a lot of really good artists and stuff I remember last time too. Like just they had like work that they'd already done, but I think there was a couple people doing stuff there like in the moment too, which was kind of cool. So yeah, go check it out. It's a good time.
Yep.
As far as that goes, that's like all the announcements I have. I did make a note here, and this just kind of feeds in, I think, a little bit to last session with y'all going in and fighting that Thousand Teeth. That nobody used the Barkskin potion that was given to
He
y'all.
didn't need it, I don't think. He was on the outskirts,
True.
not getting drug around like a ragdoll.
I did not get damaged.
Meanwhile, everybody else. So speaking of last week, we do need to do a quick recap for the kids at home. Who wants to do that recap for us real quick?
I'd do it. I think I can do it.
Mr. Cole.
All right. So, our last adventure, I believe we just finished making a new friend, Cypher, the Treant, aptly named through a fervent discussion we had on the meaning of Cypher and how it was important that we name him that. We got a Barkskin potion for helping him out. I believe it was against some rodents of some sort. And he's got this weird fungus curse thing going. I think it's hag related. It might be. I don't know. Either way, we shelved that because we have a giant gator to hunt. So we trek on through this marshy swamp. The land starts looking a little bit more dead. The water starts getting a little bit more high, about shin deep, I'd say. Maybe a little higher.
Yep.
And we're trekking through, and eventually we find this, I don't want to call it a clearing, this larger body of water with just this mound of decay poking out the middle of it and a tiny little alcove, like cave-ish entrance on the other side, which clearly this looks like a lair. So we're going to go ahead and advance on that and figure out how to do it. We're pretty bad at planning, I think, though, when it comes to going in, because our plan was to have Aelin scout, who's wearing this clanky metal, and then she was going to fill in the blank here. But at one point, she was okay. She made it to her position scouting, and we were like, we should probably go too. So we did, and we were talking about climbing trees and maybe flanking it, but I think something about snakes up there. Did anyone try to actually climb? I don't remember. Did y'all try it? No.
They were too sparse.
The trees were weird.
Too, yeah.
Yeah, they were very weird, weren't they?
They were branchless and
Was it-
stuff, yeah.
I don't know if they were branchless, more like brittle.
The
Very
branches
brittle.
were just way higher up than like the.
Fake.
There's a lot of trunk before you get to the shrubs.
But there were shrubs up there, and up there in said shrubs were giant snakes. And somehow we were a bit too loud, and a couple of them fell down wanting to scrap. Well, in the middle of said scrap, I believe our buddy Thousand Teeth made his presence known. There was a gator in the middle of the water, kind of small, but it wasn't him. It was just a gator that had its throat slit or something, like it was bait.
It was like, ripped out from the bottom, but it was just floating normally. It looked like it was just hanging out.
Yeah, that was weird. It's a smart gator, prehistoric, ancestral knowledge, powerful gator. And I only say that because of what he did to me, which I'll get to in a moment. But first, I think he had our buddy Sarif. That poor bastard had he was over there trying to help out, and just in a moment's notice, he was under that water. I think, at least I hope you did. I saw Aelin dive in after him at some point and try to get to him.
That was me.
No, that was you.
Yeah, he got me first.
Oh, he took you in.
Yeah.
He was the first one in the water.
Yeah, and then I Misty stepped out when she went in after me.
So you're fine.
No.
Relative to other.
Depends on your
Could be
reference.
worse.
Okay, fair enough.
Could be worse.
So it gets Kugal. But Kugal magics his way to freedom. It gets Sarif. I'm not 100% on his condition. And eventually it gets me. And this is a big problem because when he gets me, he sort of almost takes my legs with him. I'm being death rolled around the water and whatnot, and we're fighting. Everyone's throwing spells and bashing what we can. We're almost out of everything. I'm able to land one final punch on this thing's face and kind of crush in the top of his head where his brain stem or something is, and he just passes by me in the water after making his stupid shark dives and hit and running. And I'm barely alive in the water, slowly wading my way to the shore. That's where we ended.
That's it. Yeah. Inspiration for you for the night, good sir.
Thank you.
Remember, if you do not use it, you lose it. The couple of extra pieces there.
Troll.
What's that?
We passed a troll.
You did pass the troll on the
I
way,
had
y'all.
to put a
Oh,
Harry
yeah.
Potter comment in mine. A troll in the dungeon, thought you ought to know, is eating a crocodile ew. And then I said that I tripped, and thankfully the troll didn't hear me.
We gave him a wide berth, I believe.
We
Yeah.
avoided the troll.
Y'all
toll.
did avoid the troll toll. Also, at some point in the middle of the fight with Thousand Teeth, Sarov disappeared in a flurry of sediment and mud and blood and everything when Thousand Teeth went for him. However, at one point, his arm, still holding the sword, kind of floated through the water. Y'all saw that. But then after everything kind of settled down, I believe Aelin saw Sarov's body under the water still. And I think, was it you that was going to grab him and pull him out? I believe that was correct, because you had the swimming armor. The other thing that I want to do, and it's been a long time since I've done this, so, and I want to do better at it, but I always forget. But I like to reward badassery and cool moments. So I'm also going to award an inspiration to Kugal as well for doing like a freaking hero jump off of the top
Off the
cliff
cliff.
with his glaive into the water, making contact with this thing and causing it to drop Colt out of his mouth.
Thank you.
So, and that will stick with you. You don't lose that one after tonight. So, congratulations, sir. And I think that's all we have, unless anybody has anything else they want to talk about, recap-wise? No? Okay. All right, so let's get ready, and let's jump into tonight's episode of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. So, we find ourselves right back where we left off in the aftermath of this Thousand Teeth fight. It is still late in the afternoon, so there's an okay amount of light still coming through the canopy of the swamp here. Aelin is in the process of dragging Sarov up to the shore. I believe you're still standing up on top of the ridge up there. Colt, you're swimming your way out of the water as well.
Just treading, just slowly pushing my body forward.
Okay. And Kugal, where does that put you?
I think I was up on the shore, but I will assist with getting Sarov out of the water.
Okay. Yeah, you see Aelin kind of bob up to the water with Sarov's like limp body kind of under her arm, and she's swimming up. And at the same time, you see Colt swimming up. Colt, you are able to make some pretty good progress swimming up. Your adrenaline is still going, but it definitely feels like you're not getting as far as you think you would with each kind of stroke.
Oh yeah.
And when you get to the shore and go to pull yourself up out of the water and stand up, you actually kind of collapse over on your left side. And looking down, you see your leg's still there, but it is absolutely mangled, like torn to shreds. It looks like shredded ground beef almost in a lot of places.
I pull myself to shore and just turn over, and I'm just saying, I can't feel it. I can't feel it. I can't feel it, and I'm just pushing down there. Oh, I can't feel it.
I don't want to look.
I'm not okay.
And it's about kind of this same time that Aelin is pulling Sarav out. And once you get him out of the water, he's limp at the moment, but what are you doing with him?
Pulling his body as close over to Colt's body as I can, and I'm instantly just sitting down and starting my prayer of healing.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna work my
Red?
way back to the scene on the beach.
Okay. Back to Normandy over here, apparently.
Yeah, jeez.
You make your way back down carefully, and you are able to pretty easily walk around that quicksand that had trapped Colt and Sarav there for a moment before they got pulled under. And you actually you make it to Colt first. Aelin and Kugal, as you see Aelin kind of kneeling down and starting her prayer, Sarav is his body is there minus one arm. His right arm is gone from the shoulder, and there. At first, it was kind of hard to see because of the water kind of rushing off and everything, but there seems to be a decent amount of blood still coming out of where his arm should be as well. What's everybody doing now that we've got the scene set up here?
Can I do some trauma, Grey's Anatomy, and maybe I'm getting a belt off and tying it around Sorrow, trying to staunch the bleeding some, or
Okay.
I'm trying to do my prayer of healing, but also I'm a trauma surgeon.
No,
What do I need to do
That
here?
does come from your background working at the docks. Do you have anything like a spare set of clothes, or what would you want to try and use to do that?
Well, I have. Let me see.
While you look for that, Colt.
Common clothes.
Common clothes? Okay. Red, you kind of come up on Colt, and you're hearing him just repeat, "I'm not okay. I'm not okay." What are you doing?
Aelin, Redimir talks like this. Aelin, what do you need me? What can I do? I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. What can I do for
tie
you?
this quick.
Okay.
So you grab
Apply pressure.
another
Apply pressure.
piece
I
of the
can apply
clothing.
pressure
So you're applying another. So you kind of give him part of your regular clothes.
Yeah.
What are you doing with it? And is this on Colt?
Whichever one you
Yeah.
don't want to do, I'll do.
Yeah, just point me. I'll just whoever's not in front of me. We'll just say it's Colt.
Okay.
I'm just pushing down.
Colt, Red comes up to you, and he's not even looking. And at first, he completely misses and pushes just on your abdomen before he kind of glances for a second and goes down to the leg. At which point, you do feel a pretty sharp pain shoot up through your body.
No, Red, put it on the top of the spaghetti. Right.
No.
That's right. Need a ruin. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Aelin, do the. Oh, she's busy.
What are you-
Oh, take your time.
Not looking. I'm busy not looking.
Okay.
I could pull
Over.
the belt off of my kind of utila kilt and go around his knee and give it a good crank,
Okay.
Really
So
see
you're
if
trying
I-
to apply a tourniquet there, and you're trying to apply a tourniquet to.
As best I can
Sorry.
around the arm to try and get
Yeah.
We need those like little morphine things. You just like stick it right in.
So both of you make medicine checks. Aelin, you can make yours with advantage.
Nice.
+2 on mine. Does my mark as a proficiency add another proficiency?
It should be already included on
It's
the
already
sheet.
included?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be a 6.
Okay. So he goes to tie this tourniquet on and just cinches it down real tight. But you can see where he cinched it on, there's still probably another, and it was kind of hidden under some clothing that you didn't really see. There's more damage kind of above that. And it's almost like you see another wave of crimson just roll down his leg. You feel it on your hands.
I just squeezed out a new pint.
Do I take any damage from that?
Maybe. I wanted to see how Aelin shaped up here.
24.
24. Okay.
Wow, Dr. Aelin.
Grew his arm back.
Somebody knows.
So you find a spot. There's just enough of the shoulder left where you can get a good tie on the arm. And although it is still kind of bleeding, it looks like you stopped the hemorrhaging at least. So he, now that this blood has stopped, and I'll say too, just with that medicine check, while you're doing that, you're able to kind of check and see he still has a pulse somehow, but he is absolutely unconscious. And he did, I'll say just for transparency, he has one successful death save on him at the moment. Colt, with your crack medical team working on you, you do suffer 2 points of damage.
Oh, Cougar, I think you missed. I fall unconscious.
Oh no!
Can I go over and try and like mend him also? Well, all this time I'm trying to do my prayer of healing also.
Of course, I'm going to panic immediately. Oh God, I don't know what to do.
So with prayer of healing, it's kind of a dedicated thing. So
Okay.
you see, but you still are trying. So you see Aelin kind of frantically back and forth, and you hear her kind of get halfway through a prayer, and then it's like, oh God, and to the next emergency. At which point she comes over, and you kind of take a look at what's going on over here. You can make another medicine check if you want to try and help here, and this is with advantage again, because this is kind of your backstory bread and butter here.
18.
Okay. You're able to assess the situation pretty effectively. Dr. Aelin Gray over here. She, of course, you're not really feeling any of this anymore, but
I'm going to take my bottle of brandy and dump it on his leg, try to do something with it.
sterilize it. You readjust the tourniquet further up, get it cinched off, and that, again, kind of the hemorrhaging, the massive blood loss comes to a stop there. But now both Sarov and Colt taking a little nap at the moment.
Okay. I now sit down and fully commit to my prayer of healing.
Okay.
Oh, since Aelin stopped the bleed, I'm gonna do some prestidigitation to clean little bits of dirt, kind of, since it's not a waterfall coming out anymore. It's just clean the wounds.
Okay, so but you're looking at it.
Yeah, you squint
Okay. And yeah, you're able to get a lot of it that you can see, but without fully getting in and getting a close look. He's helping. He's helping. And Kugal, did you say you're dumping brandy?
Yeah, I gave him a splash of brandy on his leg because I heard alcohol is supposed to clean stuff, and so that's all I got. And just give him a quick splash. Probably doesn't feel great, but he's asleep, so he doesn't know.
Right.
Unless it snaps him out of it.
Aelin, your prayer, I believe the prayer of healing, that's not a ritual. That's just instant, right?
10 minutes.
It's a 10-minute. Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of pace around because like I'm helpless. I don't know what to do. but-
Okay. So yeah,
Look
so
around for Zarm.
you're gonna get
Good
search
point.
for
What
it.
to do?
You
What to do?
Just grab it by the sword.
so
Carry
the
that.
arm is somewhere in the water, and I don't remember anybody grabbing it and bringing it out. So
I wouldn't imagine it would like magic back onto it, would it?
Float around.
Like, could we reattach it? I feel like
Sure, there's.
you've
magic.
never tried.
Sure, there's magic for that.
There's magic, and magic is a great thing if you know what you're doing with it.
we'll let him decide that. I'm not gonna Frankenstein him
I'll
together.
look for the arm.
It'd be like gets like a mind of its own and tries to. So with you look around, you don't see his arm laying around anywhere, because that's like what's going through Red's head is like, where's his arm, right? So when you don't see it just laying around, what are you doing?
I immediately look at Aelin, but you're busy.
She's kind of kneeled down, eyes closed, and you see her clutching her necklace and saying a prayer kind of under her breath.
His arm's not. I don't know where it is.
You want to take this sector over here, and I'll take this sector over here, and we'll kind of splash around.
I don't
and
know what to do. Okay,
Just
sure.
just
Yes.
kind of kick and see if you feel a chunk of something.
Do they float? Do limbs float? I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna take like a 5-foot circle near the beach and just kind of
You're just splashing through
splash around.
it. Okay.
Gotta try something.
So splashing around the water, you after a minute or so, you don't really find anything there. You do, I believe it was Aelin and maybe Colt who saw the arm floating through the water. It was still grabbing onto the sword he was carrying, which it's almost kind of like that would almost be kind of like a weight in and of itself. So most likely it is sitting at the bottom of this lake somewhere. Outside of that, doing anything else here in the 10 minutes that she's sitting her prayer? Did you save any of that booze for yourself?
Sure, I'll take a shot.
Give me some of that. Too.
You got it.
Fine.
Absolutely. But just maybe kind of keeping an eye around us, just kind of make
Okay.
sure we're not getting snuck upon.
Right. As is tradition. Okay, so with that, then I'll say 10 minutes passes, and you finish your prayer, and you feel kind of this surge of energy wash over you.
They each heal for 15. All of us heal for 15, actually.
Wow.
Okay. And what level spell is that? Is that second
2.
level? Third? Okay, second level. Colt, I'll start with you first. You start to come to. Your eyes flutter open, and it's like no time has passed at all. It's like you were almost trying to finish your sentence that you were speaking when you fainted as you come to. But when you wake up, you notice there's significantly less pain from before. Although at the moment, you can't feel your left leg. But when you look down, you see there is a tourniquet tied super tight around your left leg at the moment. The actual wounds on your leg have closed and are no longer, leaking blood onto the ground. But even still, there is a fairly significant amount of scarring, as you are no longer in any kind of peril of, going unconscious or bleeding out or anything like that. But it almost feels like an old scar that you got, years ago that still just kind of aches a little bit. And your leg has a lot of kind of scarring and divots and things like that in it, but it looks like you could probably walk on it, albeit maybe not as fast.
I'll slowly sit up and just. Oh no, this is probably this, and I'll start untying that tourniquet. It's connected to my leg.
Hey, he's back. He's back.
And my eyes are just half shut. I'm a little dazed. I'm just a little dazed. Thanks. I think that was Galen. That was probably you that did the magic. Appreciate it. Thank you. How's I look over to Sarv. He's laying on the ground.
Sarv actually starts to come to as well, and just his eyes sort of flutter. Am I dead?
Not yet.
No, you're still in this great place. But you're sorry we lost something.
He looks over where his arm used to be. Oh, well. Suppose it wasn't a dream then.
Is there anyone at your guys' base that knows how to reattach an arm? I can go get it if there's someone who can. I just have never done that myself, and I didn't think that I should try with you being my first.
He says, not anyone that I know of has that type of ability, no.
Sorry, I did what I could.
And he kind of takes a look at his wound, and you again can see it's heavily scarred, but no longer, in like acute pain and bleeding or anything like that. And you see him just kind of lay back down and just look kind of straight up at the canopy, and just kind of. He doesn't say anything else at the moment.
I undo his tourniquets.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for saving them.
I'm
Impressive.
very tired and
Yes. Sucks here.
I still got my leg, thanks to you. I appreciate that. Although, ironically, if I lost it, I still think I'd be okay. I like having it. I appreciate it.
Could you make your own leg?
Nah, this suit I'm wearing, and I'll just motion towards that green triangle in the middle of my chest. And the arms and legs, if I'm a torso and a head in here, I can still operate this thing, as long as I'm in it.
wow.
Do you still have all 6 of your toes?
I don't know. I'll check later. I don't want to take my boots off here.
Okay.
You have 6 toes?
Wasn't everyone?
No, I have 5 toes.
Oh no. I gotta talk to somebody.
Well, I'll start to stand up. Oh, so it stings a little bit. I'm gonna rely on the armor for this instead. I'm gonna ease up on the limb usage. So, we're all alive. Good job, team.
All except for
That thing.
That's right. We gotta get some teeth, I guess.
was there a collection we were supposed to make from it to prove completion of the mission?
You hear Sarv speak up. He still hasn't sat up or looked anywhere else but straight up, and he says, we should gather some sort of proof. Oh, boy.
Is the head too big to take in completion?
It would certainly be an onerous task to carry that whole thing, because the head itself is damn near the size of your body.
So,
We should take some teeth, I guess.
what do we think teeth? Yeah.
Colt, I'll say just even without a check, as kind of as someone from kind of the crafting class, I guess, of Saltmarsh, you would know that this, should you successfully be able to get the hide off of this thing, that there is a person in Saltmarsh, Kiorna Kester, of Kester's Leather Goods, that would probably pay a pretty hefty penny for a pelt like this, as they specialize in kind of the rarity, the more rare kind of pelts and things like that.
I'll stare at this corpse for a moment then. I'm assuming since I bashed him as he was going, he sort of just sped and just went to shore.
Yeah.
Just slightly. So
Yeah, like a ship adrift.
I'm just looking over the body, and then I'll ask out loud. Is anyone good at skinning?
What would I check for something?
That would be like a survival check.
I mean, I'm cleaned fish, but not this.
I mean, that's
Yeah, but that's like
kind of in the same universe at
like
least.
this.
I'm
To
good
if
at
we were to-
survival things.
What if we were to team up? Somebody takes a limb, somebody takes another limb.
I mean,
'Cause
however,
it's a lot of critter.
however y'all want to go at it, y'all just let me know how you want to approach this, and
There's something
we'll go
going
from
on.
there.
Is there something with the skin you want, or
I just think this is kind of a legendary crocodile of sorts. I think there's a man back in town who might pay for the skin of it. You know, leatherworker shop
some
back.
money, eh? We could probably sell some of these teeth, you know?
Teeth, skin, what we can get. Also, we should probably do a deep dive on this lake, because I imagine all the things this thing's eating. There's got to be some treasure down there, which we have our resident scuba diver to take care of.
Who hates the water?
Ironic, but yes. So in that case, you said you're good at potentially skinning too.
I've got some survival skills on me.
You two work together all the time. Couldn't you be like her sister or something?
Tenant is the
Oh, there's a term for it. What'd you call
tenant.
it? Tenant.
Yeah.
Can you? Isn't that a person who stays in a house?
Yes.
You have
Yeah,
a
'cause
guess?
she's the landlord.
That's what I do.
Oh, you're saying they're. Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to, sure. I'm just gonna. I sit back down in the mud. I'm just gonna sit here for a bit.
Yeah,
If that's all right.
that's fine. It's been a day. It's been a day for all of us.
He says in his pristine, clean clothes.
Ew, Gretty.
So y'all are able to pull Thousand Teeth's corpse up onto the shore a little bit more, just so that it doesn't float back off. But yeah, so how are we approaching this? What is everybody doing? Or are we wanting to take a rest first before we try anything?
No, I was just sitting and planning on resting.
Okay.
So we're all doing it.
I don't have like a small dagger or something that I can use to do this.
You can borrow my dagger if I can use my my spectral short sword in place of.
You want a
Or-
scimitar help?
Yeah, I mean, the longer the blade, the more difficult it obviously is going to be to actually skin something.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, a blade's a blade at the end of the day.
Yeah, I've got my dagger.
Yeah, if he shared it over, then
I'll grab your dagger to
I
get to work.
So you grab the dagger? Okay. Are you trying to pull him like the rest of the way up onto the shore to get at it? Okay.
we can probably use some rope anchored to trees to try to
Yeah, because
lever it over or something.
once about the first third of his body gets out of the water, becomes incredibly difficult to move. But yes, I'll say after some time, y'all kind of rig up a little pulley system, and using the roots of these trees that are going into the water, and you get Thousand Teeth out, and you're starting to try and skin it.
Yeah.
Where are you where on its body are you starting? Like, what's
So
tell me your strategy
I'm
here.
gonna try and do Sacred Flame in a way to to draw like a general, because like I imagine trying to just cut into him is probably pretty difficult. But if maybe I could do like with Sacred Flame, could I concentrate it on a certain area to like make an incision? I'm thinking like
Are you trying to use Sacred Flame to almost like heat the blade in a sense, or?
That's not a bad idea. Good idea, DM.
Cauterizing.
Exactly. I'm heating it to cauterize and
Laser
exactly laser dagger it.
Okay.
Precisely.
Magic.
Yes.
So like, and let me ask you this: where on the body are you starting, or like where are you trying to start and stop as well?
Do you think it would be his top side that would be what we need, or the undercarriage? Like,
I've always seen most skinners, don't they like go around the neck and then peel back? That's how they think they do deer, right?
I've just skinned like rabbits to eat, so
Fish.
Well, how'd you do that? You went around the neck, right?
sure.
Well, you're better at this than
Let me
so you
hang
probably-
on. I can.
Get back to you.
Checks notes.
Yeah, let me check my head notes.
It's essentially going to be a survival check to do this. I kind of want to know the details of how you're approaching it so that I know what the outcome is based on your roll.
I mean, I know with the fish, you just side, head.
I would assume,
Cut the
having
bottom,
seen
split.
alligator skin boots, where you see like the top skin and sometimes the bottom skin, but they seem to be intact. So we're just trying to.
Do you have fine designer
Okay.
wear?
I've seen them. Doesn't mean I've owned them.
Are we going to be selling like gator boots and
But somebody might need a
bags
new
and-
cape, which would be really baller.
There actually might be some good armor
Croc.
for one of y'all. I didn't think about that.
crocodile?
But yeah, say if we were like, if I was to start at like one of the,
Butt.
I'm gonna say the paw. That's not right.
Oh.
It's flipper. It's leg. It's locomotive appendage, and just try to like take the top half and then peel the bottom half. Just kind of see if there's like a seam.
Okay. So
Like a seam.
you're both kind
A
of
zipper.
approaching this. It's like you're doing the cutting and you're kind of helping guide along.
I can keep that knife warm if you want.
Thank you. I appreciate
You just snap
It's not like
hands
it's still
together.
gonna be bleeding. It's dead. With cauterization, I don't know if it will be.
I just work here on this. I've
That's a good
never
point.
skinned a gator.
Don't let me yuck your yum. So, let's eat this joker up and see what happens.
All right.
Cook it.
With Kugal's help, and kind of going after this, trying to get as much of the hide as possible intact. Go ahead and make a survival check for me, and you can do it with advantage.
I'll just be sitting there with my arms
swamp
back, feet pointed to the sky. Just
Well,
good teamwork over there. You doing? Keep it up.
13. We didn't do very good. One of them would have been a 1.
Ooh. All right. So it takes a few hours for y'all to make your way around this creature.
Oh shit! Got a short rest. I'm just sitting there then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. Just hanging out.
As can you, Red, if you would like. It is very difficult to cut through this, but the kind of the magical energy you're putting into this blade as well definitely is helping with that. But this thing absolutely had a ridiculously tough hide, and with that, Colt's statement about it possibly being able to be a decent cut of armor definitely resonates in your head a few times as you're getting through some of these more difficult areas. So you manage to get the hide off, and it's not in perfect condition. There's a bit of a loss of quality, but overall it's not bad. Definitely workable, and still something that somebody like Kjorna Kester would want.
Probably pick out a couple of arrowheads or crossbow bolts out of it as we're going. Like, oh, that's what that's from.
I would like to try and find whichever of Thousand Teeth's teeth is the longest.
Yeah, I mean, definitely kind of the front top incisors are going to be the largest ones.
So what I'm thinking is I really want to have someone in town fashion me a necklace with it. I think it would be a really cool statement piece. So I'm going to try and remove said tooth.
We
Okay.
could take quite a few.
Yeah, we'll take a few.
Yeah,
All I
Sure.
care about is one for me, for my necklace.
Because I'm
Okay.
sure the lizard, our
Probably make some
friends
good arrows.
Would love some.
Put them through
Maybe.
my.
Yeah, through your ears. Yeah. Go ahead and make another survival check for me for the tooth extraction.
Yeah, do you just bang it on the side of it with your thing
23.
and it comes out?
Okay. You're still feeling like pretty loosened up, pretty like in the zone from spending the last few hours cutting into this thing's hide. So when you go into its jaws and go to cut out that tooth, you nail it. You get it out of there like whole tooth, root, everything, all the way out, no problem.
Man, that is gross. You're doing good, Aelin. Get more of it. Whatever you want to bring, by all means.
This
Wanting to
is
get
all
one
I.
as well?
Probably take a couple.
Okay,
is all
make
I
a
can- Smaller ones.
survival
For me.
check.
Get some few.
And I'm gonna go check the water now, and I'll be going back. I'm very clearly very tired.
You're
I'm
doing
worn
great.
out. I'm over it, but I'm gonna go in the water now and looking
Okay.
for
Make,
sunken treasure.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, real quick.
13.
Okay. You are able to get like 3 pretty good smaller teeth out of it.
I'm sure you have something to fix that, perhaps.
I don't.
You used it all? I had 2 of them.
Didn't have to.
What?
Oh, no.
Not one. I do have a +3 though, so
Okay, let me check something real quick. So as you go to jump down and look for Sarv's arm, you...
I don't want his arm.
Oh, what were you looking for?
He doesn't know anyone to attach it. Sunken treasure.
You're looking for the treasure. Okay.
Step on it.
You you suffer 2 levels of exhaustion
Damn.
from just traveling all day, being in a life and death underwater battle with a gigantic crocodile, then spending hours cutting its hide off, cutting its teeth out. It's like you damn near like go face first into the water. You're still awake. Your speed is halved with that second. So right now you have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved from the exhaustion.
We're going to pull you up onto the beach and say, like, look,
Yeah.
you need to chill.
Let's get her
take
up
a
here.
break.
Try her up.
While
the
you
water.
are under the water, you are able to move around, albeit more slowly than you normally would. Go ahead and make a perception check if you're looking for treasure, and because of exhaustion, disadvantage. Was that a nat 20?
Yeah.
You said perception check?
Yes.
18.
Still not bad. Still not bad. Let me see here.
Would have been a 25.
While I'm pulling this back up, Kugal, Red, and Colt, what are the 3 of y'all doing? And we can say this is kind of during, the skinning and all that stuff. That was like 3 hours that passed. It's definitely nighttime at this point. What have y'all been doing, and what are y'all doing now?
Since I was working on the skin for a bit, I've taken a break, and I was, after thinking about it, concerned by how much of this croc's blood has made it into the water. Even though there's not like sharks can smell blood from like miles away, I'll be a little concerned about what may be coming to investigate. I'm just trying to keep an eye out, just just to kind of watch our backs a little bit.
Sure. And looking around, there are definitely waterways that spill into this, but there's nothing large enough, at least not a piece of water large enough where something else that wasn't already in there, that big or massive, could have gotten in there without y'all noticing it, without unless y'all were all just completely asleep, you know.
Got it.
But nonetheless, keeping the lookout, making sure no more snakes are falling down from the trees, anything like that. So, noted. Aelin, you are swimming around the bottom of this pool, and it takes you about, let's say, 20 minutes or so to make your way around, just generally. And you are actually able to find some goodies. Definitely from people who will no longer be needing it. All in all, most of it was like jewelry, bracelets, just various things that people were wearing, that, earrings, things like that. Altogether, just to keep it simple for the inventory, you can just put like Thousand Tooth treasure or croc treasure or something like that in your inventory. You find about 300 gold worth of goods down there, you would estimate.
Aelin's just walking through the bottom of the water. Sees like a bracelet in the mud. Just ring.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Just half-heartedly.
Okay, I go back to the shore.
Okay.
Did you find his arm?
Back there, didn't think it was needed anymore.
You sound great.
I'm like tired. I just roll on my back and I'm just
Give him a nudge and say, I hope you're a lefty.
Colt, what are you doing now?
The whole time they've been doing everything, I've just been chain cantripping, mending on the leg that got decimated, fixing my armor up in the lower areas.
Okay.
When I see Aelin come back and roll over, I just looked at her and said, "It took a lot out of you, huh?
it's been a long day.
You didn't find like some mystical, magical thing or anything down there?"
Here's some jewels. You can check if any of them are like magical.
Jewelry, all right, I can take a look.
She dumps out like a pile of like necklaces, bracelets, earrings, just a pile of treasure.
And we could save a lot of time if someone can like. Any of y'all got the special vision to see magic? No one has that.
I can probably do it tomorrow. Spence day.
You know what? Just leave that there. Let's just check. Let's check tomorrow. Let's maybe. Man, we gotta rest
Definitely need to
here.
rest. We could rest for a little bit. We should probably move a little,
Should
if possible.
be thorough about that lake, but yeah, ain't worth camping here, I suppose.
Sarov kind of speaks up and says, we should maybe get off of this mud and dirt. Perhaps up there. And he points actually up to that big kind of rock that you were standing up on
Not bad.
earlier.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. We can just set up shop right there. All right, good idea, Sarf. I'll get to my feet, just kind of stretch a little bit. All right, let's. Aelin, you need and I'll walk up and I'll say, you need a hand?
Please.
And I'll hold my arm out to
Yeah.
it.
I'll let
her up.
Sarov to see if I can just kind of...
Yeah,
Get him up.
he accepts the help and stands up and kind of, cracks his neck. Your leg feels fine. There's no pain when you stand on it, but like one thing that a prayer of healing isn't going to fix is, kind of the damage that was done to the structure of your leg. It's not going to reset things in places necessarily with a second level spell. So you kind of have this weird kind of popping feeling in your knee when you walk. And for now, until we can find somebody maybe with a little stronger magic, your movement speed is 25 instead of 30.
Okay. Yeah, I make my way to the rock and set up a tent.
Okay. Everybody else doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made sure not to leave the jewelry behind also, just for the record.
On the ground, you pick up the jewelry. You can scoop it back up. Okay. Yeah, there's no issues in getting the camp set up on this. This rock up here is large enough for you all to set up your tents and things like that. Although some of it is kind of waterlogged and soggy, coming out of the bags, but I would assume probably prestidigitation takes care of that. Lots of Redimir snapping.
Snap all of our gear, please. And
It's
our
like a-
beds,
It happens.
It's like a
Snaps.
jazz concert in here.
backpack.
And yeah, so now that camp's all set up, are we doing a watch? What are we doing? Are we out?
I will set up just a 30-foot radius alarm
Okay.
in our little area.
Oh, that sounds great.
Is that like a ring like a salt ring on the ground, or is it like a dome around you?
It is an area that is no larger than a 20-foot cube. So it's a cube of protection of 20 feet.
It's a cube. It's the cube.
Everyone hug tight, and if something gets
The
close,
cube.
we'll know about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Cool, thanks. And I fall asleep.
You're asleep before your head even hits the pillow there. Okay. And you all drift to sleep. The sound of the swamp, the bugs, the frogs, all that, it almost helps put you to sleep a little bit at this point now. Almost like a white noise machine. And you all sleep through the night. No issues. Nothing wakes you up. Nothing sets off the alarm. And you can all benefit from a long rest. And I'll say, while we're doing this, I know this is a little quicker than normal, but since we're about to, I'm assuming, kind of get up and start heading out to wherever our next destination is.
Lizard Queen.
Heading back to Swamp Home. Yeah, okay. So with that, we're going to go ahead and take like an early break today. It's been about an hour since we started, but we got a lot of ground to cover, and that way we won't have to stop later, right?
I'm still exhausted.
You recover one exhaustion.
You
I think,
recover
right?
one exhaustion. That nat 1 got you, girl. So with that, we're just going to take a quick 10-minute break so we can use the restroom, get refills, and we'll be right back. So hang in there with us, and we'll get back to the ghosts in the salt marshes.
Heard you.
And we're back. Which, by the way, with you saying Chef, we started watching The Bear on Hulu with, what's his name, Jeremy Allen White. So good. So good. We watched 7 episodes yesterday.
Gee.
They're 30 minutes. It's not
Oh,
hour-long
okay.
episodes. So. But still. All right. So you all sleep through the night. Long rest is good. Spell slots are back. -1 level of exhaustion. What are we doing?
Man, I feel great.
Start packing up, eat some food. Take out my dried nuts and berries and jerky. Eat that.
Ask for a
Don't sound so excited about that.
Thank you.
Here, you may make those taste like steak.
Can I have chicken teriyaki, actually?
A breakfast chicken teriyaki.
Yes.
That's my favorite time.
I'm craving something like that for a
A
bit.
little sweet, a little sour.
Right. Yeah, just the right amount.
I scatter the jewelry in front of me, and I cast detect magic.
Okay.
Here, let me clean those up.
You wash a lot of the mud and sediment off of the jewelry there. Concentrating for a moment, reaching out, feeling for any kind of magical affinity to any of these items, and you get nothing in return.
Okay.
They all just seem to be gold, silver, bits and baubles and
Sure.
jewelry, nothing
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. In that case, then I'm just gonna pocket them again and
Okay.
nothing. We got nothing.
It's just gold and jewels.
That's
Precisely.
unfortunate, but that's a lot of, probably worth a good bit, so good work. Good find.
Thanks.
Little sprinkles on that Sunday.
And it costs money for us to live out here, so we can recoup some.
Taxes are coming. Am I right?
Jeez,
They are.
taxes. We should be tax exempt. Since
I
we're
agree.
working,
I
since
agree.
we're working for the government,
Right.
right? We should-
You know, we should bring that up. That's a
to
good
pay
point.
taxes.
That's a great
Y'all act
point.
like I haven't worked out Saltmarsh's entire tax code already in my OneNote here. Try to loophole me.
So y'all got some tea.
She's probably in charge of it. No tax for you.
Yeah, I'm a holy person. Does that mean I'm tax exempt? I need to bring this up.
That's right. Are my wages tax exempt? That's right.
It's for
Should
the
we-
Lord.
Can we apply for a like a non-profit status? Like as a,
I'm just a low-income tenant right here. Like I'm
You
just,
Yeah, you shouldn't even pay
Form
taxes.
1054B with the SRS, the Saltmarsh Revenue Service.
man, what a great session that would be. You're setting up a non-for-profit. You're trying to get a tax status.
503C.
Yeah, we need a 503C. Do we need an attorney? What a great session that would be.
I heard Derek's a pretty good attorney.
Oh,
He's probably strangely really good.
yeah, he's
Break
from-
evens.
These laws are fucked, brah. Okay. what are
I'm
we doing?
great.
Back on task.
Yeah.
Do you want to put those with him? Or you wanna...
Oh,
bag?
the jewelry?
The jewelry bag?
Yeah,
Any
sure, why not?
jewels?
Dump.
Right.
Heard.
I'll say we go report
do
the
we
good
need to-
news, right?
Do we need to call that anything or just gold stuff?
I'm gonna call
I
it-
think I.
Yeah, I have it.
I
Oh,
can
you
make a
got it.
custom
Oh, okay.
item.
Yeah, just named it like Thousand Teeth
Oh, that's
Treasure.
right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh,
TTT.
that'll be perfect proof too. So we'll have proof of the hide and what's on your head. We're good to go.
That's right. Yeah. The quest list has been updated.
So we're kind of breaking down tents and getting ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to head out whenever y'all are.
Sarov steps up and says,
I unfortunately don't believe I'm going to be able to check for quicksand on the
Oh,
way
okay.
back.
That's fine. We'll wing it, I suppose. Unfortunately, my pole's not going to work either for a bit. I had to make a couple changes, so it's inactive at the moment.
Sarah, I should have asked yesterday. Did your weapon have any like familial significance Like, do you want me to go and get it from the water for you before we leave, or?
Oh, no. Don't trouble yourself.
I just wanted to check.
Would anybody happen to have an extra weapon in case we need it, though?
Oh, sure, man. And I'll pull my backpack around the front and just shove my whole arm down there for a moment, and then take out a scimitar and just hand it to him. If you want, well, I guess you only need one. I got more though. So.
No.
Thank you. He kind of attaches it to his waist and looks like he's ready to go.
Ready.
Okay. You or me take point. You want to do it, or you want me to?
It's up to you. I can if you want, or if you want to, then you can.
Sarv, do you know the way back?
I can follow the X's for a while.
That's
So-
right. I did mark the X's.
You marked the trees, so I was gonna say from like based on the route you took to get here and the fact that you were marking those trees, it would be much less difficult getting back than it was here.
So you said you're pretty good at survival stuff, right? You should probably take point.
I'll take point. And I want to be very cautious of, especially when we get in the area that we saw the troll. I'm not trying to get attacked by a troll. I'm really tired, even though I slept a lot. I'm exhausted. You could say I'm exhausted. So, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check. And no, I was going to say with advantage, actually, because he marked the trees.
If
Regular
I'm
roll.
exhausted, do I have to?
Oh, but yeah, but with
Be a
your
straight.
exhaustion, yeah.
So it's just a regular roll.
Regular roll.
But you're built for it, because you're survival lady. All right.
10.
Okay.
Nice, nice right in the middle number.
Are you also still looking for tea leaves, both of you?
I mean, if
Sure.
I definitely am not looking.
You tell me what they
I
are. I
see
can
'em.
help find some, probably along the way. Probably him, too.
Some drug treatment.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what they look like.
Okay, I got a big brain, so I memorize it immediately.
Okay, so she relays what
Yeah.
they look like for you. So I'll say Kugal, you and Colt can both roll perception checks, and I'll use that as kind of the y'all keeping a lookout for that.
Oh no.
7.
8.
That means
that's a
together,
15.
yeah.
We got 15.
Magic.
Well, wish I could find those things, man. I don't know what to do.
I don't know, man.
I'm looking up for him, thinking she meant tree leaves.
So you all begin to make the trek back through the whole marshes.
Do I get to roll a
Re-
perception check?
Not if you're the main one. If your primary thing is looking for
X's.
X's,
I see.
that's kind of occupying your time there. They're on two different fields.
And I'll be helping, I would be helping him. It's like I was marking him on the right, so it should be the other
Okay.
side.
Okay. You retrace your route there through these awful areas of the swamp, a few places of which you remember only had basically tree roots that you could walk across. And this part being especially difficult for Sarv, with only just having kind of one appendage to help brace his balance there. But you make it through without any issue until you make it back to an area where the ground once again is pretty looks pretty safe. You know, obviously we're still kind of looking out for quicksand and things like that, but eventually you make your way back to, pull it up here. Come on now. You make your way back to where the river was. You hear it before you see it. Go. I'll pull this map up. Oh, already got it up here. So you're starting from up here, which is where the Thousand Teeth was.
And you have now taken, again, that same kind of wide berth around. Actually, a matter of fact, I bet I could do this and it'll show up for y'all. Let me zoom in on mine here. Let me know if y'all can see this. Yeah. So you make your way back and find the river here, and then you're able to follow the river all the way back around, and then find the spot where you initially had found the river to begin with, cut across, and then follow the river again all the way back until you can eventually hear the ocean again, just far off in the distance. But hearing that, you know that you are getting closer to the Lizardfolk lair. And this entire travel, we're kind of just going through it. We took a long time to get there. We're not going to take a long time to get back. It takes almost a full day of travel to do this. You don't run across anything outside of the occasional snakes that try to jump out. You're able to
Are we
deal
moving
with
kind
them
of slowly? Exhaustion and taking care of Sorrow because he's injured.
Yes. So
Every step I take hurts.
yeah. Well, it's like a dull, very dull pain. It's like some early stage plantar fasciitis type stuff. But you're still able to move overall at a normal pace. It's not like a slow pace as if you were trying to sneak necessarily. So I'm still using the normal speed of pace here. In all of that time, because we're talking, 10 hours, 11 hours of just going here, is there anything any of y'all were wanting to do that you haven't already mentioned, or anything y'all wanted to talk about before
I just want
we
to
get back to the Lizardfolk lair?
I kind of want to help Sorrow on the way, just because in case he stumbles, I'm just kind of want to be right at hand.
Okay.
We'll talk about Aelin for a moment.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So I'll catch up to Aelin and I'll say, hey, I'm going to talk to you, but, eyes on the street because you're driving the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we're probably going to have to give that helmet back, but since we're kind of trying to enter an alliance with them, it might not hurt to ask if you can keep it. The good you can do once we show them that 1,000 teeth belt, able to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Because of what you got.
Yeah.
Just,
Maybe I can buy it too. I'm interested to.
I wouldn't lead off with that.
Okay.
I'm more lead off in like, hey, we did this. If you let me use this, I can do more good for you type deal. If that doesn't work, you can offer to buy it. They may take that as an insult. Sorry if I don't know. Would that be weird?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat?
Oh, so with that helmet Aelin's got, she's able to do quite a bit of good, I think, including like that battle with the gator. We were going to think about asking the queen if she could use it for our journeys ahead.
I don't believe that would be out of. I don't believe it would be rude. Perhaps wait and see if she offers it.
Oh,
Maybe it's like
first.
a reward.
good call. That's
Yeah.
right.
I
I didn't know if it's like a religious thing, so I don't want you offer to buy it, then it's kind of like offensive or something. You know what I mean? I want to buy your cross. What is that?
we have. You have certainly done a great deed, a great favor. And from what I know, she plans to use treasure such as that helmet in exchange for weapons. We don't have a whole lot of gold, so we barter for the weapons, like the ones you found on the boat. The sea ghost, I believe you called it.
Did we ever talk about that? We can get them those weapons, can't we? I think we
It's
could.
up to the city council.
We'll bring it up. We'll bring that up. You might still get those weapons. We might take care of that.
The point is, you could possibly make the argument that that would be a fair trade to bring the Saltmarsh into the fold.
That's good. That's a good idea. So there you go. That's all I wanted to say, and I'll give you 2 solid pats on your shoulder and go back to life.
He will keep pace with you for a bit. And if you're, Kugal, if you're still keeping pace with Sarav, you'll hear this as well. He'll kind of lean over to you, Colt, and say, There is a chance that, let's just say it's not taken lightly when we break our tradition, as I have done in aiding you in the fight against Thousand Teeth. And truth be told, I don't have much plausible deniability anymore.
Nope.
There is a chance that I may find myself in a vital predicament, I suppose you could say.
What do you mean?
At best, I assume they will probably confine me to quarters.
What? Wait, what? They're gonna... I'll start talking a little bit louder. Like, arrest you? What do you mean?
Can I hear
He
this
won't-
also, since I'm...
You would have heard him say that.
He won't be helpful.
That is nonsense. What, because you're not useful?
Wait.
No.
No, because he...
I have broken one of our most sacred rules and have engaged in the death of one of the creatures that we consider sacred.
because you people venerate the
Sarov,
gators.
Sarov, I think
We
that
didn't
maybe
see
the
nothing.
blood loss... I think that the blood loss must have made you think that you... No, see, you didn't attack it at all. We did.
He was under attack.
And then you were just standing there, and it bit your arm off. I mean, you didn't do anything wrong, right, you guys? Sarov didn't do anything to deserve this from his
If
people.
anything, we saved him.
You mean like lie?
What?
He was
No.
he was the dummy
And
standing
then
too
I will
close.
be viewed as an imbecile,
Oh.
Oh.
which has no legal ramifications, but I suppose I shall no longer have the ear of the queen.
Can you have a champion? Or would they just lock you up? They wouldn't like trying.
I submit myself to whatever punishment the queen decides upon.
Wait. Oh, wait. You got Kugel?
Come back.
That's it. Kugel's right. I was thinking the same exact thing. If they want to confine you, why don't you let them know that you could join us? We got this big old ship we actually need help with. The more people, the merrier.
And be an innocent.
I would help
Saltmarsh.
us man the ship. We need more
yeah.
people to actually pull stuff and raise stuff and ship things. You got an arm. You got a good arm. I know you got one.
He says that may be an avenue that could be considered, but I would think it's less about an alternative and more about making sure that our queen is seen as a fair and just queen for our tribe. If her closest advisor is above the rules, then who else would be above the rules?
Why have you come with us if she knew that we were going to be in combat with Thousand Teeth? If
Presented myself as merely an aid in navigation.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Whatever she decrees, so if she wants to confine you or punish you, we'll step in and say maybe, sound weird, banish you, and in turn to us as your penance, to serve us for the greater good, which is seen as strong as the queen to be forced out of your tribe. Sorry again, I know that's some probably heavy stuff for you. But to make amends with helping us do right. If that comes, like if she does that.
Perhaps. I just wanted to avoid any surprises you may find.
Step up the moment it happens. Probably Aelin before anyone else.
me?
And he looks at you all and kind of smiles and nods. Says, all right. It means a lot. Thank you.
Hey, no problem, man. When you fight together and almost die together, you sort of grow a bond. You know what I mean?
Wish I could grow an arm.
I'm really sorry about that.
I actually might be able to do something about that in a bit. I just keep studying up and training. I think might be able to help with that. Her too, actually. Be on down the line, though.
Sorry that I wasn't, magically savvy enough to... I did what I could.
Nothing to apologize for.
You brought them back.
Here's probably a fellow in Saltmarsh that help out. I need to see him about my leg anyhow. I'm sure they got some high-ranking cleric or clergy.
It's on the to-do list. Fix Colt's legs.
Someone from the temple of, what was it? Was it Vulcan? I think it's Vulcan, right?
Volker?
Volker, that's the one. Yeah. I'm sure they
Those might
got
be-
someone who's pretty good with that.
All right, and we're continuing on.
Yes.
Okay. About another 30 minutes of travel, and you can smell the sea breeze, the salt in the air.
Finally. No more death and decay.
And it isn't long after that you see the promontory where the Lizardfolk have made their swamp home. And you follow the same route back in to where where you had initially gone in, and those lizards had popped up out of the mud. But you've essentially found yourself back at the back door, so to speak, of Swamp Home. Once you get up to the entrance, Sarav turns to you all and says, perhaps I shall lead the way in, and we should find the queen.
Sounds great.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So he leads you in that same entrance that you've gone in before. Let me pull the map back up for you all here. Yeah. How about that? So I'll grab the little token here. And this is... Okay. So I went ahead and took the liberty, since y'all had already, last time y'all were here, kind of walked around a little bit more, gotten a bit better lay of the land. You didn't see everywhere, but you got a pretty decent idea of the layout of it. As you enter this room over here on the west side, a few guard patrols kind of acknowledge you coming back, and you can start to hear, the further you go in, kind of murmurs. Seems like people, or the lizard folk there, maybe getting a bit excited at the prospect of you all making it back. Kind of a mixture almost too, though, of a little bit of shock, especially at Sarav kind of missing an appendage there as well.
I would have taken the helm off my head, and I'm just carrying it
Carrying
for
it?
the record.
Okay, awesome.
Good call.
Sarv is leading you kind of around this southern bend here until you kind of come to this little intersection, at which point there's a guard, and you hear Sarv speaking to this person in Draconic. Does anybody speak Draconic?
Wait, no, sorry.
You do?
Nope.
Okay, but Red does. Okay.
Just listen.
And you hear him. He's basically just asking if they know where the queen is currently residing, and they let them. It takes a couple of guards, but finally, you hear that the queen
Who's in charge
is
here?
is in the throne room actually right now. The last time that you had seen the queen, it was in kind of that drill room where everybody was practicing, which was actually this kind of center room here.
I'll drop kind of a subtle whisper to whoever's close by and whispering to her, asking where the queen is. And like a subtle whisper.
All right.
It's kind of under my... They're asking for the... It's quiet. Acting.
Acting.
Say quietly.
Sarav leads you around the corridors and turns and essentially says the same thing to you. The queen is in the throne room currently. We'll go find her and let her know that we have returned successfully. Hopefully the word has not gotten to her even within the few minutes that we've gotten here. And lead you around to this large set of double doors that feed into this next room here. And I'll go ahead and reveal it here.
Wonder if Throton's in here too, huh?
Blah.
Okay.
Block.
You can throw it off somewhere else.
So as you enter the throne room, you see two sets of 3 pillars that kind of flank this central area, where there are actually 2 small lizardfolk hatchlings playing. At the far end of the room, there's a wooden throne that stands on this low stone dais. You see carvings of reptiles that decorate this throne, and there are glints of reflected light that hint of the presence of some sort of maybe inset gemstones or something in this carved piece of furniture. Along the wall, there are heads of several creatures adorning them, mounted on plaques of wood for display as trophies. Like you see some bullywugs, just a kind of a myriad of different creatures, most of which reside in the swamp itself.
Nothing reptilian, right? They
Correct. Yeah, no alligators, crocodiles, anything like that. Yeah. But sitting on the throne is the queen, and flanked she is by 2 kind of more, I would say, geared out, more heavily equipped guards than what you'd see just walking around in the hallways. And she kind of catches your presence as you walk in the room and says, "You've made it back."
Where's Oceanus?
Yo!
Hello.
Please, come in. And she looks at all of you and then looks at Sarav and says, I see you have sustained a great wound in combat. Sarav just kind of bows his head, says, we have achieved success in our mission, my queen. And then she looks kind of to all of you.
Indeed, we've achieved great success in 2 quests, particularly the primary one. I'm motion Aelin.
The helm.
I trust the bullywug are no longer a problem there at the ruins.
No problem. I think we killed, it was a lot of them.
Killed their leader, a couple little ones, and the rest fled.
There is a new champion, though.
Yeah, they're having like a bullywug arena. Got involved and showed them what's for.
Savages.
It tastes pretty good, though, if I'm being honest.
Yes, they do. She looks actually over to you. Colton says, and 1,000 Teeth.
Yeah, we took care of him. I know he's important to your people, but I guess if you want to see some proof, I'll look over to Kugel.
I'll open up the bag of holding, just like flip one leg out.
Just like one, like.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Take out the tooth I have also and kind of.
Yeah.
She motions to one of the lizard folk beside her, which comes down and actually puts out his hand.
Oh, are you wanting to keep it? Because I have other teeth that you can have.
They probably just want to examine it. Hey, look. Just want to look at it.
Begrudgingly, and not on my face, but in the side. I'm like, I'm gonna get that tooth back, whether you want to or not.
The guard takes it and carries it to the queen, and she grabs it. And this thing is like
Big tooth.
gigantic.
Oh, maybe I don't want that for me.
And
I want something for a
Tack
necklace.
it off.
be a fat ass necklace.
Long, all the way down.
Yeah.
Good like dagger handle or something. Anyway,
This is quite the trophy, indeed. Sarov, you can attest to this. And he says, yes, my queen. I was present for the altercation. And then he kind of looks at, he almost unintentionally like glances at his arm, or where his arm used to be. At which point she says, is that to say that you were involved in the battle with Thousand Teeth? And Sarov hesitates for a moment, and he still has not brought his gaze up to look at the queen directly in the eye, and says, I deemed it necessary for the success of the mission, and truth be told, my queen, it was more monstrosity than creature. The queen pauses for a moment and says, it is... It is a great crime to slay a creature which we hold sacred. You know this, Sarov.
I would like to kind of interject and say, like,
Ooh.
your harness, if I may. Sorov's involvement was, if anything, our protection. The fatal blow came from Colt. We did the attack. He was our preservation, our protection. If anything, he put himself in harm's way only to make sure that the mission was successful, but we took care of this for you. His hands are clean.
She looks down at Sarov and, is this true? Is this the way things happened? And Sarov, he kind of kneels down, actually, and says, my queen, I must admit what he says is true. However, I did dive into that pool with the intent to kill that creature. I will not betray my honor. And then she kind of looks to the other three of you, as if she's waiting for anybody else to say anything.
I mean, he was unconscious. I kind of jokingly laugh at that.
If I'm remembering right, one of us got stuck in one of those sand pits. He was trying to pull us out, and Thousand Teeth straight up just came out of that water and just nicked him. Took him right in that water and ripped his arm off and left him to die in there.
That is true. I was
Indeed.
up on the rock and saw that.
This is something I must think about. Sarov, long have you been one of my most trusted advisors. And I do not believe that you would willingly break one of our most sacred traditions on a whim. But to hold you above the law would also not be just.
I'll say Kugal. This is a little delayed, but if you would make a persuasion check, and I'll say you can make it with advantage because of the additional context from them.
$17 plus 3, a dirty 20.
Nice.
It's good.
Okay. She snaps her fingers twice, and a couple of additional guards that were kind of on the sides of the room come in, and she says,
Please escort Sarif to his quarters for the time being. Guard on watch.
They nod, and Sarv stands up and just nods, and he turns to be escorted out by these two guards back to his quarters. Dang, fireworks popping off still, huh?
Yeah.
She looks to the rest of you and says,
Now that that bit of nastiness is taken care of, you have done a great thing for our home here. Not only have you brought us a valuable item that we can use to trade for weapons, but you have taken care of a great threat to my people, and we will be able to better patrol the roads north and east of here for the Sahuagin and avoid a potential surprise attack from the land. And for that, we thank you very much. And tonight will be a night of celebration. We will bring out the best food that we have. We will celebrate this victory, yes.
Oh, I'm good with that. Yeah. You guys got alcohols of sorts?
We have maybe not alcohols that you are accustomed to.
Claw wine.
Oh yeah, I never even tried that. Yeah.
Bullywug, tenderloin.
I'll try whatever. Honestly, I'm gonna open book. Take a learn.
Well,
Thank you.
I shall have...
The helm. Who has?
right now, Aylin's still holding it.
I will have the guards escort you to your quarters for this evening. It is not much, but it should be more comfortable than sleeping in the swamps. Unless, of course, you should choose to... you may reside in Sariv's spare quarters as well, seeing as you have just completed a great feat together. I will leave it up to you.
Speaking of Sarov, is there any way that he could join us in our quests? We have truly found a huge benefit of him being with us. His knowledge is unparalleled. We just really appreciate his guidance. And to truly have an alliance with you, we feel like it would be very valuable for him to continue on with us. Do you think that something like that could be possible?
Like an emissary of the Lizardfolk. if you
Exactly.
will.
Make a persuasion check.
Pipe.
I know. 11. It would have been a 21.
She looks at you and says, allowing someone, let alone a leader within our community, to just walk away from a crime, I would be seen as weak.
Could it also be seen as a punishment for him to have to, like, slum it with us?
Well, yeah, if I can interject, I mean, maybe, like, I wouldn't need qualified as an emissary, because that still exalts him to a status of power.
Sure.
I would consider it more, not as a representative, but perhaps just a member of our crew at minimum. Banishment, even, from your group if you deem it necessary, since you broke one of your core tenets. He doesn't have to represent you or you all anymore, and
he could serve us.
And he would serve us as his penance.
Things to consider.
I don't know what you got in mind, but just a thought.
But if we were, like, with the council in the city, his knowledge on the Lizardfolk could be...
Ways and customs.
Ways and customs could be very beneficial to the cause. And we already know him, have a great rapport with him, so it would be...
Colt, you make a persuasion check. Kugal and Aelin, I want you both to roll a d4. And y'all are going to add those to whatever his persuasion roll is.
We're going to use that. I might not.
Inspiration has been used.
This is an important roll.
I rolled the same damn thing. Are you kidding me?
Ooh.
All right. So I got, you said persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
A 7.
Plus 1.
Plus
8.
3.
11.
There you go. It goes to 11.
She says, I will think on it.
Sure. No pressure. He's your people. On the other hand, I would like to eat and drink some things. So, there is one more thing I forgot. We talked about. If you want to, or I can ask. You want me to?
I can.
Oh, you.
Also, Your Highness, this helm has been honestly super helpful. So, whilst fighting 1,000 Teeth, several members were dragged underwater. Had it not been for this helm, I would not have been able to go under the water and get them. And fight 1,000 Teeth. So, definitely huge asset to the cause. So we were curious if we could hold on to this for now while the fight is still ongoing, or if maybe we could see about getting you guys some weapons. I know they had the weapons at the council. Maybe if we could get those, we could barter. We would maybe be able to provide you weapons, and we would be able to keep possession of the helm.
This helm, it allows you to do what?
Breathe under the water. Something I can't do. I'm actually very afraid of the water, so it's helping me get over my fears as well. So from that standpoint, it's also really
It's a therapy
nice.
helmet.
It's a therapy helmet, yeah.
Perhaps that would be for the best, as one of the primary reasons we did not seek your help to begin with was your inability to function under the waves. And if you are confident that you can bring your people to our cause, then I suppose that that's a fair enough bargain.
They were pretty confident. I don't want to brag, but we're kind of a big deal.
He is the hero of Saltmarsh.
The hero.
We're all everyone's a hero.
Capital H.
You are known to your people.
I mean, I guess kind of. I mean, we all are really.
But you are all the hero of Saltmarsh.
Yeah, we're all the. That's right. We're all the hero of Saltmarsh. You nailed it. Perfect.
We're just blessed to be associated with the hero of Saltmarsh.
We're like the secret service of the council. We're the people they bring in for the big deals.
We have been quite helpful.
We're the G-men.
The A team.
We're the A team.
So
I don't like the C team.
I don't think there'll be any
This
issue
is
bartering
the
alliance
ocean.
if that's where we're aiming. I don't think there'll be any trouble at all.
SEA team.
I just realized where you're going. I just got it.
It comes in waves.
So proud of you.
Well, then tonight will be the celebration of the hero of Saltmarsh for the Lizardfolk.
Damn it. Y'all, I don't know how y'all did it.
Your Highness,
We'll bring back
do
portraits.
do you know where Oceanus is by any chance? I just realized.
Yes, your elf friend.
That's the guy.
Yes, he is in the ambassador's quarters with the other ambassadors.
Whoa.
Fancy. Thank you.
Awesome.
You said other ambassadors? From like
The
other groups?
Corinth, the Lokata, yes.
Oh. Should we... I don't want to step out of place. Should we make acquaintance too, or should we just party?
Rock and roll.
And does quarters mean like dungeon in their language or something? Okay.
Creatures who prefer to sleep and exist within the water as opposed to land. Well, with that, would you prefer your own quarters or to stay with your dear friend Sariv?
We could check up a Sarv.
Yeah, I'm good with Sorov.
Yeah,
Sure he
we
doesn't-
have slept in the worst places lately, so it doesn't matter. We could all get in his room or whatever. Sure.
I'm sure he doesn't hate us yet, right?
I don't think so, no.
Very well. I will have our guards here escort you to his quarters.
Thank you.
And the festivities will begin as soon as we can get everything together. We'll be in the mess hall.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Second party. This one will be a good one.
Should we bow? Should we?
Oh,
We should.
thank
we
you.
should. We should bow. Thank
We
you.
I've been
We-
twice. We
thank you.
appreciate it.
This way.
The queen
Go this way.
nods at you. The other guard that didn't escort Sarav away comes to you and leads you back out the door that you came in, the big set of double doors there, and leads you down the eastern hallway here, actually back into the drill hall where you had seen the queen before, out of that door, and then back down into these southern rooms here, which is Sariv's room. Standing outside of the room is a single Lizardfolk guard, actually the same one that brought him there to begin with. The other guard kind of gestures that you can enter, and the other guard opens the door for you.
You walk in.
Yep. Okay. Inside, you see Sarav again, just kind of sitting in the same chair actually that he was in before when you'd originally met him. He seems to just kind of be sitting there, kind of pondering, and he looks to you all and kind of smiles actually a little bit and says, "So how did the meeting with the Queen go?"
Well, we tried to plead your case on various official and unofficial roles. So we didn't really ask about benefits for you, so
We try to keep you a big deal at first.
you may be a volunteer of the state.
Yeah, you might get downgraded.
Off the payroll, if you will. No insurance. No PTO.
And so you lobbied to have me accompany you back to your town?
Yes.
We tried various
It sounds like
counteroffers.
she was seeking a
you know.
punishment. You were right on the money with that.
Yeah,
So before any other bad stuff, we assume
right.
perhaps not getting trapped in a cell or being forced to whatever, I don't know, she comes up with.
I mean, we even pitched like trying to frame it like you're being banished, but you're really like an emissary on the outside, you know, teaching ways and customs of your people to help people that look like us that don't know anything, you know.
Was she at all receptive to your pleas?
Not to
She
that
holds
one.
her cards kind of close.
She didn't see it as a punishment when we brought it at first. Like, Aelin was trying to push you as an emissary, which would be good, but I tried to make it sound bad afterwards, which
You
is
seem
like,
to be more inclined to the.
to the bad.
Yeah.
The way that I mentioned, again, sorry, maybe banish you. I mean,
Ultimately, it's hard to get a read on which one she wanted. Like,
Right.
we're not 100% anything.
but we got the helm, though, so that's nice.
And we're sleeping with you tonight. And
Well, of course, you're more than welcome to stay here in my quarters.
also, there's a feast.
Oh, that's right. Will they let you eat?
We didn't ask.
I can bring you a plate if not.
Yeah, we'll bring you some food, some leftovers. We'll push it under the door.
Perhaps they will bring out that shark that they caught the other day.
I don't think I've ever eaten shark. I'll do that.
Shark's good. I've had it. It's good. But remember, I can make it taste great. Teriyaki shark.
That sounds awesome.
Barbecue shark.
That's right. It'll be great.
He says, I doubt I will be allowed to participate in the festivities, given the circumstances, but I appreciate you all stepping up for me. It is appreciated, but I knew the potential consequences when I made my choices, and my actions are my own. And I am prepared to deal with what may come.
Good resolve.
So I guess for us, we party tonight and then head out tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna
Go
go
back to Saltmarsh.
We're gonna go eat and drink, I suppose, and be out of here tomorrow. Maybe with you in tow. Maybe we part ways. I guess we'll cross that bridge. Talk about it when we get there.
Yeah, we should probably give Oceanus a hey. We're going back to town.
Yeah, he's with the ambassadors right now. Apparently, y'all have a few
And
people
some
here.
water room.
Yes.
They even know about it.
Prior to your arrival, we were meeting with several other factions to aid us in the fight against the Sahuagin. The Koalinth being probably the one that was less likely to work, but also the reason we were not making the choice to bring in the Sea Elves is they have rivalry that goes back generations. But in a war, we had to pick the most brutal of the two.
Wait. The Cohenlinth and the Sea Elves. Right, those are the two at odds, I believe, right?
Yes.
And Oceanus is in the room with one of them right now?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought it was with the ambassadors right now.
Negotiations with the Koalinth broke down shortly before you arrived.
Oh, they're gone. I see. I'm all caught up now.
Thank you.
We have the
Now we know.
the Merfolk and the Lokatath, and now hopefully the Sea Elves.
What are we called?
Landwalkers.
Soft skins.
Soft skins.
Where's the soft skins? I'm not. And I'll just tap my arm. I mean, I guess inside like a crab, kind of. But well, if those other people are still here and they need a word, let me go ahead and tell you. Red's really good at that type of stuff. You could probably say something to him. Maybe do a little convincing.
Yeah, or do this.
What do you do with those
Little
snaps?
fireworks.
Pew, pew, pew.
Impress him with soft skin
Good
activities.
razzle dazzle. Little razzle dazzling.
Little razzle-dazzle.
Jazz hands.
Perhaps, yes. Perhaps.
Or I can make their shark taste like teriyaki.
Smell that? It's
Yeah,
good.
smell that? It smells like teriyaki.
That's the best way to
Fresh
win
cut
alliance
grass.
is good food.
That's right. Y'all like teriyaki?
I'm not familiar with teriyaki.
It's from across the seas. It's a unique dish.
Your adventures have taken you far.
No. People come into port all the time with all sorts of stuff. If she would know too. She's probably pretty familiar with it.
Right. Well, feel free to make yourself comfortable here until they are ready for the celebration.
Right. I guess they'll let us know, right? They didn't really say, like, we'll come let you know.
I'm sure they will let you know.
Yeah.
Either that or if we hear cheering, we'll head out. Yeah,
That's for us.
we get comfy till then. I'll just find a place to sit.
Okay.
Any good books in here? I know he has like a.
Yeah,
thing.
there's more than a few books and scrolls in this room. Let me go back to it here.
Yeah. And I'll ask. Sorry, like any good books on like magic or spellcasting?
Let's see here. Da-da-da-da-da. There are a couple of pieces that jump out to you. Nothing that necessarily deals in magical. There's nothing in like the magical nature, I guess you could say. But the thing that jumps out to you most is there's kind of a large book on the table that's on the spine of it. It just says "Power Politics." On it there, and you can see it actually is written in common, as well as a couple other scrolls that kind of lay about. But there's outside of that, there's nothing that just like jumps out and grabs your attention.
No books about airships.
No, not that you can see. Anybody else doing anything specific while we wait?
Just gonna find somewhere to sit as well and make myself right at home.
Okay.
Stretch out and get a couple winks in.
Okay. Get a little short rest going. Okay. About an hour and a half passes, and you can you've heard multiple groups of lizard folk kind of passing by the doors outside, and it seems to be like the liveliness kind of picking up until eventually there is a knock on the door that opens. A lizard folk comes in and just speaks in very broken common. But, I mean, as you know, most of the lizard folk here don't speak any, so anyone that speaks anything is kind of a rarity. And basically lets you know that the feast is about to begin, and gestures for you all to accompany.
I'll say in Draconic tone, thank you.
he kind of looks almost like confused a little bit, but he speaks back to you in Draconic and says, wow, yes, right this way.
He says we can follow him.
Oh, good.
We all going?
Oh, yeah.
Going.
All right. So you all follow this guard, lead you back through the drill hall, which is completely empty, not a single soul in there at this point. And as you get closer and closer, and kind of back towards the throne room, you can hear the sound of kind of excitement, lots of draconic talking, and just all kinds of noise happening through this door here. And opening up into this room, you see, let me pull this back up here. Un momento. In kind of this banquet hall room, there are probably a few dozen lizard folk in here, ranging in age from like hatchling all the way up to older lizard folk. There are several long wooden tables that have been set up in here, kind of placed end to end on either side of this hall, with wooden benches running along each side. At the south end of the tables, there's another large table and a large wooden chair with some other smaller chairs that flank it. And placed on the tables are all kinds of earthenware pots and plates and all of this, drinking mugs, woven baskets, and everything is just packed full of food. There's various kinds of meats that are just, the aroma in the air smells like you're at barbecue fest. Everything smells delicious, and people seem to be
actively having a good time in here, as well as the queen, who's kind of sitting at the front of the room here, flanked in these other smaller chairs by her shaman sitting on either side. And the kind of the vibe, I guess you could say, that you have in this room is a complete 180 from what you picked up when you first got here. Everything seems very lighthearted, very jubilant. And as you enter the room, the queen turns and sees you all entering, and in Draconic basically announces your entrance into the room and what you've done for the colony here. And everybody clapped.
We've been welcomed and introed.
You're ushered in, and there's an open table that you are all kind of pointed to that has just kind of a smorgasbord of all the available foods and drinks that they have there. And you all can sit down and enjoy the festivities.
This is how you say thank you, is this word. In Draconic.
Yeah? How is it?
This word.
I don't know.
This
Yoltol
word.
Shul?
Y'all does
This word.
I'll start saying that to when I meet Yotashro.
Salmon roll.
In front of you, there
Salmon
are
roll, yeah.
multiple plates that have different meats and things like that kind of stacked up on it. And looking around, you can see most of the other tables have like similar setups, and people are just, I say people, Lizardfolk, just like digging into it. And there's kind of a carousel of Lizardfolk kind of coming in and out. They'll come in, they'll eat, they'll leave. And this party doesn't seem to be necessarily isolated just to this one room. But what are we all doing as we're sitting here?
Gracias. Gracias. Gracias.
Why are you speaking Elvish?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So much.
Look for something to eat. Find a spot to sit, hang out.
Danke.
Yeah, I mean, so you're already sitting at this table.
Oh.
The first thing, like if you're looking for things that seem familiar to you, the first thing that jumps out is what looks to be a pretty well-seared bullywug leg, just right there on the
Ooh.
table.
We can make that taste real tasty.
I'll grab it, and I'll hold the red little assistance.
Yeah, what do you want?
Something
Teriyaki?
sweet. Something sweet.
Teriyaki.
All right, very, very good. I'll start biting into it.
We got any of that shark?
Yeah, it looks like there's a few pieces of the shark meat there as well.
Delicacy.
Everything's delicious. The centerpiece of this table is a long kind of swamp snake that's coiled up, and it's got like an apple in its mouth, almost like it would be in a pig, you know.
Fantastic.
And unless there's anything specific y'all are wanting to do in this celebration,
They're crab legs.
no
No.
crab legs.
We should make a plate for. Are there plates? No, there's no.
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
few like earthenware, plates.
This
Yeah.
is one to go.
There's one plate of meat that you're not familiar with, and at some one point, one of the partygoers comes up and says, "You must try the sahuagin. It's delicious."
I'll say in Draconic. You mean, it's the Sahuagin?
Yes.
What does it taste like?
Victory.
I'll say in common. He says it tastes like
soy sauce.
victory.
It's the thing that
Well-
tried to choke me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
the irony of it.
I look at the guy talking about Sahuagin and think, is that the one from the prison?
You say that to him?
Yeah, I kind of say that in common a little bit, just under my breath.
The one that electrocuted you. I electrocuted you.
Yeah.
That was his friend.
Oh. Okay.
Does it look cooked?
Yeah.
Like, I'll have a bite of this again.
I have a bullywug leg.
You have bullywug leg. Got a taste for it now, huh? What are you digging into, Colt?
Oh, I'm still in bullywug leg.
Bullywug leg? What are you eating, Kugal?
I'm waiting to see what his reaction is.
Yeah, what's
gonna
the
be.
Sahuagin taste like?
Like, I've got a piece, but I've got, like, my soy sauce ready to get enough on there. It'll be okay.
It, honestly, it tastes like, pretty gamey. Like a venison or an elk or something like that almost. You would almost expect it to taste like fishy. It doesn't.
It's like elk venison. It's very gamey.
It could be worse.
Yeah, I'll make it taste like some macaroni and cheese.
Some mac and cheese. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how that texture is with mac and cheese flavor, but I suppose it'd be good.
Take a bite and just kind of give it a second and be like, need to wash it down with something else just to get it out of my mouth.
Aelin, anything you're doing in particular? Anything before we kind of move forward?
Still keeping an eye on Oceanus. I just think it's a little... I feel a little uneasy that we haven't seen him since being back. Like,
Yeah, is he at the feast?
You haven't seen him yet.
I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones, so I'm kind of like, is this Red Wedding about him? Like, is he dead?
Do you want to ask somebody about him?
No, I'm not gonna bring more attention to it. I'm just
Mental note.
looking.
Okay. About probably 30 minutes or so go by where you're all having a good time feasting. Again, the energy is very good, and you do actually hear a familiar voice yell out, "So you survived," in Elvish. And turning around, you see
Oh, yeah.
Oceanus.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look who it is. And I'll
Wow.
like, turn around.
I feel really...
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú? Because let's see, you speak Elvish. Who else spoke Elvish? Was it you?
Me.
Yeah. So you both, you recognize his voice, but don't understand necessarily what he was saying. And he said, "I have made, I believe, great progress with convincing our Lizardfolk friends here to bring the Sea Elves in on our fight against the Sahuagin."
You'll get the spark notes. Well, that's incredible progress. Do you want some Sahuagin?
No, thank you.
It's kind of gamey. They're like, but I can make it taste like anything.
I try not to eat anything that's bipedal.
Well, that's comforting.
Yeah, that's smart. I'm over the lens in my head.
It was bipedal.
It's kind of weird. Yeah.
So, I take it your mission was a success. Thousand Teeth, the Devourer is conquered, dead, no more?
Yeah,
I do the same thing. I've got the foot and just...
Yes. We've gained the...
Sounds like something that'd be in Bobby Boucher's house. His
Yeah.
mama's house.
Yes, we've got the helm and that, and we've gained their trust.
Well, there may be hope yet against this Sahuagin problem.
We'll probably leave sometime tomorrow to head back to the city.
Mm-hmm.
We have a
Right.
lot of reporting to do.
I am set to head back to my village to hopefully convince them, now that we have the Lizardfolk on board, that we are all on the same team here.
Indeed.
We've done great work.
And he looks at is that shark? And he
That's really
like
good.
reaches over and grabs some and like bites into it. And anything else y'all want to say to Oceanus?
I do finally feel comfortable enough to try whatever the alcoholic beverage is. But that's the only thing that I would like to say that I'm gonna try.
You gonna try it?
I do say in Elvish. Are they okay? Are they cool here with you? Are you in do you need angel shots? Like, are you
They have
okay?
been most accommodating. I am sharing an abode with a couple of the other ambassadors in this kind of aquatic cave, so I'm able to go in and out of the water as I please.
Right.
It is not barred off. I can leave at any time I want.
Good to know.
Very much an unexpected experience here with the Lizardfolk.
Right. I think our textbooks needs updating on this subject matter.
Indeed.
So if you're planning on heading back to your people tomorrow, how is there any way we can stay in contact with you? I don't have anything that can do that myself.
I imagine if my people agree to helping the Lizardfolk and your people agree to helping the Lizardfolk, that we shall find each other again, I'm sure.
I suppose so. All right, well, if I don't see you again, buddy, I'll give him 2 pats on the shoulder. You're a good guy. Glad we found you in that ship as a captive, and now you're a free elf, doing what you do best. Devouring sharks.
You setting me free from that cage has done more than you could know. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Team effort.
That's why he's the hero of Saltmarsh. I say in Elvish and Common blended.
No, listen, they got this weird I don't want to go into it. We're all good. We did our best. We do our best for people.
We try.
Gives you a couple pats on the back.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink whatever liquid's in front of me. I don't care what it is. I just pick it up and drink it.
It's kind of this dark, it's almost like a hazy brownish liquid, kind of in these, again, earthenware, kind of clay cups. When you taste it, it's quite bitter. It's got a pretty strong initial bite. You as well, I believe, would have caught this. But it doesn't linger long, and once you get about halfway through the cup, you kind of feel a little something.
This is some good brown juice.
Got a little salt in it.
A little salt.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
salt in it.
Yeah, salt on the rim.
Yeah.
And how long are y'all wanting to kind of hang at the party, at the festival, the feast?
Feast of the Heroes.
Colt's not a big socializer, so I'd be drinking this, and then I'd be like looking for one of my friends if they get up to leave.
I'm ready. I'm making a small to-go
we
plate.
we shouldn't get destroyed here because days march.
Long
Whatever
journey
it is.
ahead. Yeah, march back home. That's
What
right.
was it? Took us a day to get here?
Maybe it's like a day and a half, something like that. Yeah.
Is kind of all residents at this thing, or does it just seem to be like adults only? Or...
No, it's all. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few hatchlings running
I'll
around.
fund like some of the kids and just do like an occasional like mask of many faces. I'll change myself to look like something else just to like freak them out.
You find a group of 3 hatchlings, and they are just enamored by this. But when you switch to like one of the scarier faces, like 2 of them run off, like ah! The other one stays there and is like,
Do like a frost troll or something.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
One of them is like,
likes it.
yeah, that's awesome. Even as you're getting up and doing the knee slap, like, well,
Well,
You said there aren't plates?
there are. Yeah.
Oh, I make a to-go plate.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody seems to be concerned about it at all or anything like that.
got dots in here.
We got Dotson. and even as you leave, everybody, a few lizard folk kind of come by and kind of pat you on the back and kind of,
We did good.
yeah.
Thumbs up,
Danke.
everybody.
Danke.
I get a cup of the...
Round juice.
The brown
Brown
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm ready.
So as you're leaving the room, you kind of are walking by the kind of the head table where the queen and the shaman are sitting, and the queen turns and kind of grabs for your attention and says, "Thank you again for your assistance, and we look forward to working with Saltmarsh in the future. I know you're staying with Sarav. If you need anything, I am just down the hall."
Okay, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you.
And she
Like a-
nods and yep, and you all make your way back down to Sarav's room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Going in, you don't see Sarav initially, but you do see him come out of kind of that back room shortly after you all come in. It says, well, so how was the feast?
I brought you stuff.
I'll do like some sparks around it.
Thank you. And he takes it, sits down at the table, and you see him kind of, just digging into it.
Is he a little bummed out that he can't do like fork and knife at the same time?
No,
It doesn't seem to bother. He seems to kind of like just be picking up stuff.
sure.
But he says, you're welcome to lay your beds here in the room. Stay here until you're ready to leave in the morning. And once you're gone, I hope to see you again.
Yeah, we'll make a thing of it. It'll happen.
Yeah. Should we stay to find out, what's gonna happen, or just
Who
get our
knows
stuff and leave?
the timetable in which that's going to occur?
Sure.
I wouldn't dare hold up the safety of the Sword Coast and my entire people on my behalf.
We'll cross that bridge in the morning. See what's going on.
Another one of those sayings. Don't have any bridges here in the...
Oh no, it's like you're on one side and the bridge is the thing, and when you cross the bridge, you're on the other side, right? Well, you got to cross the thing, and the thing is you right now. So we'll cross you tomorrow morning.
So I am the bridge.
I think what he's trying to say is, why worry about something today that'll happen tomorrow?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wise words.
Cross
Wise
that
words.
bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I will remember this. Yes. Well, I've had my fill. I'm going to turn in for the evening.
I'll try to. I don't think I can set up a tent in here, can I?
Probably not, no.
Okay, I'll just get the cushions from the tent.
That's
And
right.
set them out somewhere.
Do like the sleeping bag out.
Make
Okay.
a little pallet.
All right. Everybody else kind of doing the same?
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. Do
Already in the corner. I've got like, cape pulled up.
you have like a stuffed animal?
I kick a leg every once in a while.
I suppose I should, yeah. I'll push in my chest and my arm will... That's when my leg starts stinging quite a bit more. Because it's been being moved, but it's mostly the armor. Now I'm fully moving. It's like, oh, shit, that's right. That,
Gotta get
I'm gonna have to see the doctor when we get back.
Yeah, it's on the
That
list.
sucks.
Well, I'm sure somebody knows.
Yeah, there'll be somebody. Temple of Volker. I'm sure there's one of those around there. I'm gonna get comfy and just start
Yeah.
trying to fall asleep.
Yeah. Okay. This has been the most comfortable spot that y'all have been able to fall asleep to in quite some time. And it is like some 11 out of 10 quality sleep.
Compared to the mud, yeah.
I know we're in the Four Seasons right now.
There's no bugs trying to land on you, and no snakes trying to bite at you, nothing trying to eat you.
I miss my house.
You
Me too.
Nothing crawling out of your boots.
as you're dozing off, it still takes a little bit of time to kind of slow down and shut your brain off, and you can kind of hear the echoing of the party through the halls, and every now and again you'll hear the guard kind of outside the door there, say something to somebody passing by, and at one point you hear him address what sounds like the queen walking across the doorway to her chambers, which is just a bit further down the hallway there. And until it gets kind of quieter and quieter and you're able to doze off. I need all of you to roll a perception check for me.
Not today. 9.
9.
14.
5.
Okay. Kugal, Long has the lanterns and candles that were lit in this room fizzled out. But you are kind of jolted awake a little bit. I mean, you're not sure by what. Everybody else is still fast asleep. Colt lets out a few loud ass snores as he's like flat on his back. Straight up.
Sleep apnea.
Yeah, just but outside of that, like, you don't hear anything, but it's like something, like you were shocked awake by something. You're not sure if it was a sound or what.
I'm going to try to keep motionless, but just kind of like crack an eye open and scan around a little bit.
You can still see a light kind of peeking underneath the door, the front door to the room there. And you actually, listening, can still kind of hear the sounds of what sounds like maybe the party still going on. Kind of just some general hubbub, I guess you could say.
Is Sorov still in the room with us? Or?
He went back into that back room and kind of fell.
Is there a door closed?
There is.
Separate? Okay. Do I hear anything, see a light under that door or anything like that?
Not under that door.
Just the door to the hallway?
Yeah, just the door to the hallway. And you can see kind of the shadow being cast from the guard outside of the room, just under the door. But something, you're a pretty deep sleeper. It's odd that something would shake you awake.
I'm going to get up and just kind of take a scan through the room, walk around a little bit, try to be quiet.
Okay.
Just to kind of, do I see anything that's kind of out of place that wasn't where I remember it?
Okay.
And like, assuming everybody's in the same room and everybody else is asleep, and see if anybody else looks out of place.
Make a, we'll say make a stealth check with advantage. Let's see, your passive perception, I believe, is 10.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Stealth with a +1 is 10.
Okay. You almost trip over Red as you're kind of walking through the room, but you manage to like catch yourself on the table and almost balance yourself in a sense. But the sound that you make in kind of catching yourself isn't enough to wake anybody else up. Where are you kind of going to look for?
Do we have kind of like a layout?
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's on me. Do your job. So, this is where you currently are here now. This is the door that to the north that leads out into the rest of the lair, and then the door south leads down into Sorov's bedroom.
His door is still closed.
His door is closed. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna creep to his door, just put an ear to it, just to kind of see what I hear with that. I don't want to wake anybody else up if this is a nothing, but
Okay. You hear
give his door handle a little jiggle.
Yeah, it opens up.
Okay. I'm gonna stick like one eye kind of through the gap.
You have dark vision? Yeah. Yeah, you can see him. He's passed out, asleep in there.
He doesn't have any light source in there. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just shades of gray when you look in there, but you don't see anything necessarily. I mean, you weren't really in there before, but there doesn't look like there's anything out of the ordinary.
feels kind of uneasy. I want a second set of eyes
Okay.
to back me up. I'm gonna give Aelin a little kind of kick, like, hey, there's something feels weird. Like I got woken up and I don't know. I think something doesn't feel right. Could you like sit up and keep an eye out with me for a minute?
I put my helm on because I don't have dark vision, but with my helm on, I do.
How convenient.
You see a brief, almost like pale aquamarine flicker of energy kind of go over her eyelids as she seats the helm onto her head. And yeah, now you have a pretty good look at the room.
But you said you have a bad feeling about
Yeah, something woke me up. Like I didn't feel something touch me. Did
Right.
I?
No.
Okay. Was it something I heard?
It's hard to say. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's almost like when you're falling asleep and you have that like falling sensation almost, where it's like clearly I wasn't falling, but so it's like I don't really know what woke me up. So it may have been a sound. I mean, there isn't anything there that you can see that would have touched you. You weren't like moved.
I've been feeling uneasy this whole time, really. So because the Oceanus thing is like, where is he? And I just I feel like my guy here has been set up. Oh, go! I want y'all to go kill Thousand Teeth. Oh, but you who went there, you did something. Oh, you got to be punished. That just hasn't sat right with me. Like this, my man's been set up here.
Right.
I'm gonna okay. I'm just gonna Sarov, I'm coming in. I'm gonna go into Sarov's room and like, did you hear anything?
Is it everything all right?
I just wanted to check on you. We were woken up, and I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay in here. I'm looking around to make sure no one like snuck in past us while we were asleep. Is there anyone in here?
Looking around the room, I mean, if you want to make a perception check to kind of double check.
Did I get enough of a rest to no longer be at disadvantage, or?
I'd say yeah. Between like the feast and getting a few hours of sleep, sure.
10.
Yeah, I mean, looking around the room, doesn't seem to be anything out of place. I mean, it's maybe a little messy, but it's a Lizardfolk lair.
Sure, but there's not another like being in here with us. Okay. Sorry, it's fine. I'm just gonna check outside real quick. I just want to make sure everything was good in here. Okay. Good night. Bye.
All right. Yeah. Good night.
I'm gonna peek my head out there, and I'm just I trust Kugal 100%. So if he thinks something's up, I've already thought something was weird. Something's
Make
up.
sure that their guard is still in place and he's in good shape.
Should we wake the others up, or for now let him sleep?
Let's let him sleep for right now, just to make sure.
I'm gonna go out the front door.
Okay.
Is the guard
Kinda
still
peek out.
there?
So the guard, basically, when you open the door and you kind of look out, there's kind of this little intersection there. There's a torch right at the top of the T intersection there. And the guard was standing kind of right in front of that. So you could kind of see the shadow of that guard. And you open the door and peek out, and that guard is standing right there, kind of looking right at the door as you open it.
Okay. Sir, hello?
Doesn't move, doesn't talk.
Fucking knew it. He's dead, isn't he?
That's probably like 15, 20 feet away from you.
I'm gonna walk up.
Okay. Getting close to this guard, you can see he is not moving, and he has been pinned to the wall with some sort of short sword. And you look down at your feet, and you see you've actually kind of stepped in a pool of blood.
Sure. I want to shout into you. No, maybe I don't shout. I'm gonna quickly try and go back and say, everyone wake up now, there's been an attack. And I'm gonna go down to where I know the queen is, because I feel like maybe it's one of her people is trying to like, I know that the queen is over here somewhere, so I'm gonna try and like, does the queen need me?
Okay, so you run in. She wakes
Everyone
everybody up.
Get up, get the fuck up.
You all hear Aelin like
What's wrong?
freaking out.
What?
Yeah, I come with it.
What is it?
Shoot away.
There's a guard.
Something is
dead.
going on. You got to get up.
Get up.
There's the
right
dead
now.
guard outside.
Dead guard.
And I'm like, get
Put my hand through my shield and just pick it up.
Oh, shit.
I'll
It's
push
go
in my
time.
chest.
What do you mean there's a dead guard?
get Sarov. We need to go. We need to. Something's up. So
We gotta.
I'm trusting. I'm going to the queen. Y'all, I'm going there. So I'm hightailing it to the queen to make sure one of her people isn't like trying to create a coup.
A coup. A coup. When you get back out to that intersection, you look down the hallway to the left, which is where you know the queen, where her room is. You don't know exactly where, but you know it's down that way.
Mm-hmm.
And to the right, there's a door that is mostly ajar, that's been closed mostly this whole time. And you can actually hear commotion coming from that direction. So you're kind of, you have a choice. You can go left to the queen or right towards the noise. What would you like to do?
Can I make out anything with the noise? Like any voices? Like, oh, that voice belongs to this person. That voice belongs.
It is so like reverby and echoey and just distant. It's impossible to make out any detail of it. It could be the party still going.
With my, because I would have grabbed my shield when I was like, everyone, get the fuck up, let's go. I want to see if the queen is in her room before I go to the.
Okay. Are you waiting on?
No.
Okay. So you all hear Aelin just.
I go in, I grab my stuff, I'm out.
Taking off.
They've got themselves.
Okay.
I've got me.
As you are booking it down the hallway there, I'm going to kind of pan camera back to the rest of everybody here. What are the rest of y'all doing right now?
The moment I get up and shoot a book out the door, I'd shield, suit, and go to Sar's door, give a and just shove it open.
So I was like, no one get any sleep anymore.
Nope, dead guard, Sar. Come on, something's
Dead
going
guard
on. Dead
outside.
guard.
Dead guard.
Dead guard. Let's go. Arm up. Might be something going on. Literally, take your arm and grab it. You know. And then I'll turn and I'll go out in the hallway and try to see which way Aelin went.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Make a perception check.
Use
Kugal, you following or?
I'm going to wait until
good.
Sarov gets up and he's ready to rock if he's going to
Okay.
rock.
I'm with Colt.
Are we Colt? You said 21. Running out into the hallway, you hear the commotion to the right, but you also hear the sound of kind of like armored footsteps running to the left. And looking down, just in the small amount of light you do have from that torch that's just above this skewered Lizardfolk guard, you see a couple of bloody footprints running that direction, going that direction too.
Which one sounds more like battle? Or struggle? Or multitudes?
It's so commotion sounds right. Your best guess is that Aelin went left.
God damn it. I want to go right. I'll go right.
I'll follow you. I'll follow Colt.
Okay. Kugal, it takes probably 60 seconds, 2 minutes at most for Sarov to kind of get up and kind of get his bearings. And you all...
I still don't trust to like leave the room. Was like, I'll make sure that he's not under attack.
Okay.
And that there's not some sort of like assassin-y thing that's after him. Like I want to like be on him.
Okay.
So like,
All right.
I'm
So
either
he looks to
at
you.
his arm, at his back. Like,
Okay. All right. Where are we going?
Would your priority be the queen, making sure she's protected, or
The priority is always the queen.
we'll head that way?
Her quarters are down that way. And kind of leads in the direction that Aelin had run in.
Okay.
And you can kind of hear the sound of Colt's armored footsteps kind of going down the right. The rest of y'all going down the left. I'm going to start with Colt and Red. You all make your way through this hallway that kind of bends around a bit, but you're following the sound of this commotion. And as you kind of come to this next like intersection, there is the faintest bit of smoke that's actually starting to gather kind of at the top of this walkway here, and you kind of get the smell, this kind of burning smell almost, and you can hear very clearly now as you're faced with the decision of turning left and heading north or continuing straight and continuing east, that this commotion's coming from the north. What are we doing?
Well, that's an easy turn. I go to where the noise is.
And it's a left, which
Yeah,
we know
it's
you
fun.
love.
You like lefts?
As you turn left and kind of make these couple of turns, what you see in front of you definitely catches you off guard. There are 3 lizard folk. One of them looks very familiar, scarred up female lizard folk, the same one that earlier was chewing on the fingers for snacks, Eret. Her and 2 other lizard folk are currently engaged in a melee with the Sahuagin that was in that cell.
Oh.
Oh, go time.
As you turn the corner and see this, the Sahuagin has just parried off an attack from Eret and one of these lizard folk, and has got the other lizard folk by the neck and grabs it and breaks this thing's neck in an instant as it falls limp to the floor, and then turns and down the hallway looking at the other lizard folk. But you kind of have a front row seat to this.
Dude, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I run in. I snap. Seeing it. I guess we Paul see it snap the neck. And I was shout at it. I
already
knew
hates-
you were guilty. You lied. You know.
I was gonna say he already hates you.
You kind of running in.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
110%.
Aelin, you are running down this hallway, and you know the general direction that you're going, but you don't know exactly where you're going. So as you're making your way through, you're kind of stopping and kind of looking. You actually come up on what looks like another guard, no longer living, impaled to the wall. And you can see that this thing, its throat was cut too. You turn this first bend that kind of goes south like that. There's a doorway to the east on your left now that is slightly ajar. Do you keep going, or do you want to check it
Peek
out?
my head in. Maybe that's where the queen is.
Okay.
Shield up. Ready.
As you approach the door, you can see there's a pool of blood
Oh God. The queen's dead.
seeping out underneath this doorway, but it's not open quite enough for you to look in.
Pushing in.
Okay. This room that you walk into is completely devoid of any furniture minus a bench against the back wall. And it looks like as if it was almost intended to be some sort of guard room. But in here, you see 3 dead lizard folk.
Okay.
2 of them. So if you walk in this room, and here, let me reveal it on the map, just so we have a little bit of context here. Boom. So there's another door kind of to the south, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way that these lizard folk are facing, it looks as though they're facing the southern door. Because both of their bodies are kind of pushed back against that north wall, and both of them have small, what look like almost throwing knives right in the middle of their heads.
Damn.
The southern door is ajar, and there's a third lizard folk that is face down, kind of halfway through the threshold.
Going.
Okay. As you've kind of stopped to take this in, it's about this point, Kugal, you and Sarav catch up. And so you kind of hear these footsteps coming up, but you don't see anything yet. What are you doing?
Turning to like, oh shit, they got me.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to like.
Yeah, you're ready to
You're a
scrap.
stranger.
You're in
And
danger.
You're in danger.
I'd call out.
Okay.
Ellen, Cole, anyone?
Where's the queen's room? Is this it?
Sarv doesn't see. We're following Sarv.
Yes, this is the queen's. Oh my.
I hear
What is
this is
happening?
the queen's, and I'm going through the door.
Okay. As you push through this southern door, you see another room here, and I will describe it to you here in 1 second. So this room, it's definitely more comfortably furnished than the room before. There's kind of this nice circular table with polished wood on it, 4 chairs set around it. There are decorative arrangements, and there's an armchair in the southeast corner. However, all of this stuff looks like a crime scene. Like this, there's signs of a struggle here.
Sure.
And when you open the door the rest of the way and you see the body that's laying face down on the floor, the thing that catches your eye the most is the full-size trident that's sticking out of its back.
Who is it? I go up to the body and I try and see who it is.
It's just a Lizardfolk guard.
Okay, it's just a stranger. Does the trident look familiar? Oceanus didn't do this,
You
did
haven't
he?
seen a lot of tridents, but
It's not the one that we made, is
I
it?
made a try.
Not the one that we made, is it?
taking a closer look at
Yeah,
it.
huh? Oh man, what if Oceanus is?
Yeah, it might be dead too.
It's true.
It bears resemblance.
We've lost a lot of friends.
Well, we don't know that.
That's true.
I
But
go,
that.
I go
Yeah,
into
we're
the
ready
next
to-
room.
So, me and Sarv, we can make it into the room. We don't see the queen.
No. With your passive perception, now that you're in this room, you can hear kind of the echoing of what sounds like a struggle happening further in.
I go in.
Okay. You run right through this next doorway and find a like what would be the queen's sleeping quarters. Large ornate bed is really the main thing against this in this room, kind of set against the southern wall. Again, it looks like the covers have been just kind of thrown off. There's a small table on the side that has a crudely kind of framed drawing of a Lizardfolk royalty or something like that. But nothing just grabs your attention in this room, and you hear again still motion in the next room is what it sounds like. Kugal?
I will follow her.
Okay. There is a doorway leading into the next room that is closed. Are you just going in and
Yep.
like open it, kicking it in if necessary? Okay.
Absolutely.
She's SWAT cleaning house.
Sure am.
Right. So, in this room, as you burst into the room, the scene that greets you is one of chaos. The chamber, dimly lit by flickering torches, is adorned with symbols and artifacts of the Lizardfolk's royalty. Ornate tapestries depicting ancient battles hang on the stone walls, but now they're spattered with fresh blood. Around you, the chamber is in disarray. Broken furniture and shattered vases litter the floor, evidence of a fierce struggle that took place or is taking place. The air is thick with tension and the coppery scent of blood, mingling with the musty dampness of this underground lair. At the center of the room, the Lizardfolk queen lies pinned to the ground near an overturned table, her regal form struggling beneath the weight of their attacker. Her scales glisten with blood as she fights to free herself from their grasp. Her eyes, wide with fear and determination, dart over to you as you bust into the room. The assassin, a familiar figure with an almost human-like appearance, looms over her, one hand pressing a curved blade against her belly. His other hand holds her down with a vice-like grip. His eyes, cold and calculating, flicker with a cruel satisfaction as he leans closer to the queen, ready to deliver a fatal blow. Just as the blade presses into the queen's scales, the assassin's eyes snap up to meet yours, a snarl of frustration twisting his lips. The moment hangs in the air, a heartbeat of silence before he speaks. You're not supposed to be here.
Is he speaking?
No matter. In common. Looks down to the queen. Your reign ends tonight, my queen.
If he's still talking,
Depths claim you
is this
now.
Oceanus? Whoever it is, I don't really care. I need to know, is this dagger where if I'm about to gust of wind him off of her? Is it gonna... like, is it...
It's pressed up, like, tight. And looking back at you...
Would it impale her, though? I can... If it's just a scratch, I got her.
Looking back at you
Gust of
is Oceanus.
Gust of wind. And I'm doing it high enough to where... Okay, so here's my thought, okay?
Well, I haven't
Oh, okay.
explained. So he has his dagger pressed into, like, the skin is going in, kind of like on her side.
Mm-hmm. Whatever way is the opposite direction of... Let me read this to make sure I can...
Air slap the wind whichever way you want.
Right.
Do it upward.
Well,
Oh, a direction I choose. Yeah, so I'm doing the opposite direction so it's not gonna hurt her. And I'm fucking yeeting him off of her.
and we'll find out what happens next time. Because that's what we're going to call it tonight.
Well, let it be known, Oceanus, I'm hoping to fucking splat him on the wall.
We freed an assassin.
I want him splattered. I'm talking
Walked
like
him right in the front door.
something that what's his face? The boys?
Butcher?
No, you know, like the little boy who just like punched the guy or shoved him,
Oh,
and
spoilers.
it splattered.
Ryan.
And that's
Yeah,
what
Ryan.
that's what I'm trying to do with Oceanus. I'm just like yeet him into the wall, just fucking
You're trying to splatter him?
yeah.
I guess we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
but he didn't mean to do that.
We found the assassin ourselves, right? It's that Sahuagin
and
guy.
we walked him right in the front door.
We're gonna fuck that guy up.
Get him.
We're gonna save the day.
We don't know anything about this, homie.
No, we just
You're
That
not
prick.
supposed to be here.
that prick.
No, you weren't. You're supposed to go to the commotion like we did.
Hey, we're doing great.
And then Oceanus just disappears and we're none the wiser. But now you know. Now you got to deal with him. Two separate
Maybe I
fights.
don't.
Two separate
you know,
fights.
I'm also been watching a lot of Lost and Saeed Gerard. I mean, I've got plenty of inspiration.
We need another camera. We got dual battlefields happening. Oh, man.
Let's make it happen.
I've been betrayed. None of us really asked why he was on that ship to begin with, I guess. Or did we?
He said that he
He
was part
said
of
he
the
was
scouting
a
party and he was captured.
Yeah, he was captured by the boat.
Maybe that was true. Scouting to find the lizard folk.
Right.
I wonder why. I thought Sales were good people. Maybe not.
And to
You
think I was
know-
concerned about him. Fuck this guy.
I love that I took you on that journey.
I was like, oh, where is he?
I wrote it down even before you said it. It's like, it's gotta be him.
You know, maybe he was on that boat for a reason.
Could be. I don't know. Assassin's smart play.
Yeah. Infiltrate.
Long con.
Yep.
Cut off the head of the snake or the lizard.
But now he gonna die. Now he gonna die though.
Oh, I'm gonna kill him. For sure.
He died.
He's dying. I'll probably torture him before that if he doesn't splatter on the wall, but...
Careful not to lose favor with your god.
Oh, that's true.
He loves me and I love him.
He loves people as much as they pay tribute to him. Gods are cruel. The gods are cruel.
Our fight actually might be kind of tough if this dude can one-shot lizard peoples with his hand.
Just
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's
we
gonna
got
be...
him.
Yeah, you know what? You basically have a cannon, you know, as far as your spells go. So I guess just I'll hold up my shield. You shoot him to death. We'll work out.
Did we level up?
almost.
Probably right after those.
So close.
You're very close.
I gained the ultimate power of swing twice.
I'll say this.
We're gonna shock him.
Assuming nothing awful happens to the party next session, we may be having a level up break during the next stream. So,
I'm ready.
yeah. All right.
Would that follow in line with the release of the new rule stuff you talked about us?
That's not until September. Let me see. I got exact dates here.
What
so
is it
the
called?
new player handbook, the 2024 player's handbook comes out the 17th of September, which actually is on our off week anyway. So
Nice.
we'll have a chance to kind of read through it. The new DMG comes out on November, and then the monster manual on the 18th. But the big one, obviously, for everybody is the PHB. Yeah. So I'm definitely excited for that. I'm glad you watched the video, because there was a lot of great things that just got me like, yes, this needs to happen. I haven't watched any of the individual breakdowns that they've put out since then.
Yeah.
I kind of want to read it for myself.
Yeah.
I'm already sold. I'm gonna buy it. I don't need to watch these other videos.
One of the biggest things from, well, I don't, do you want to talk about anything?
Sure,
That's on,
yeah.
or one of the biggest things that I liked was like affecting action economy was potions are bonus action.
Potions are now about to be
7
bonus
apple
after
action?
this.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just amazing.
Yeah. Thanks, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Check. Yeah, that was like, oh, that makes sense. Like it flows, and I get what they're trying to say with that stuff.
Right.
I love that they're just casually like, oh yeah, this.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dropping gigantic things.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, if nothing else, I think the average player, the most beneficial thing of this will be the reformatting of everything to where it's easier to find what you're looking for. Like, it's going to be easier. How do I do this? I need to know this specific thing. I don't have to go to this obscure chapter
right.
and find it there. It's going to allegedly
Pipe.
make more sense. So we'll find out, but I'm optimistic with it. So yeah, hype. All right, y'all. That's it. We'll be back next week with our Shattered Obelisk campaign. And the following week, we'll be back to find out what the hell's going on with Oceanus. Why you do this, dude?
I won't be here.
Why are you gonna be such a prick?
Oh, maybe we actually might need to postpone then. Because, yeah, I wouldn't even think about that.
I'm gonna be camping.
We'll let y'all know. But
Nature.
I don't want to necessarily pull this away from Aylin, since she's the one who charged in and kicked in the door. So yeah, we'll see. We'll let y'all know.
You going camping with her?
No,
Do something else.
I gotta
on
watch
that
the
Friday.
dogs.
Oh, that's right. You gotta be home for it. Okay, never mind. Maybe you'll do
Well, I
something
mean,
else.
I can do something else. I can do a stream.
We should do something. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to support the channel, and until next time, y'all have a great day, night, week, month, whatever. See you next time.
Goodbye.